Learning at the Salem Museum is fun. Native American and African American history, local school history,
So you can visit the museum and relive some of those memories.
local sports history, and 60 summers of fun at Lakeside Amusement Park, the Salem Museum, preserving 300 plus years of history, art, and sports in Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. Visit the Salem Museum, where time travel is free. Open 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with your friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you got it, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of the minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Top half of the second here at Salem Memorial Ballpark in Salem, Virginia. 2-1, the Lynchburg Hillcats on top of the Milb Oat Milkers here on this Saturday evening in Southwest Virginia. Alongside Giovanni Heater, I'm Carter Hill on behalf of the Salem Red Sox. Once again, 2-1, the Hillcats on top. They scored 2 in the top of the first, and then Marvin Alcantara in RBI single has trimmed the deficit down to 1. It will go 7, 8, 9 in the Hillcats order. First pitch as the righty deals. It's taken for a strikeout or half by Rafael Ramirez Jr. And it's 0-1. Ramirez Jr., Robert Lopez, and Tommy Hawk in the Hillcats order. Second inning of work with the right-hander Luis Cohen. And here's his 0-1. Curls and unfurls. Breaking ball that just missed the outer half of the plate. It's 1-1. What a bottom half of the first inning. Miguel Blaze pops out. The walk by Antonio Anderson. Johanfran Garcia flies out. Then Marvin Alcantara singles home Anderson. 1-1. Breaking ball that misses outside again. It's 2-1. And then Nelly Taylor Jr. smokes one to straightaway center. And Esteban Gonzalez, what a grab ranging to his right over his head on the dive for out number 3.
Insane catch.
2-1. Righty deals. There's a strike in her half on the fastball at the knees. It's 2-2.
And the kind of play, Carter, that we could look at come 8th or 9th inning and point back to and say that was the difference maker.
Yes, absolutely.
It was that kind of a play.
SC top 10, that thing. 2-2. Breaking ball that just misses inside and low again, and the count runs full. Well, Nelly Taylor, if that ball drops, Alcantara's going to score. He was running on the pitch. And Gonzalez just making the grab as Ramirez will call time. Gonzalez just able to make the leaping grab. And if that gets by him, with the way Taylor can run, he's probably running for days. 3-2, the pitch. Swinging a pop-up foul, third base side.
Seen diving catches 2 nights in a row now. Nelly Taylor had one in left last night.
Yeah, we've seen it throughout the week here in Salem. And Gonzalez, a highlight-worthy play there. Yeah, you mentioned the one down the left field line. 3-2. Swinging a line drive, high in the air towards right center, moving in U10. He calls everyone up and makes the grab at high for out number 1. So Ramirez is retired, and here is Robert Lopez, the catcher. Well, Gio, I wanted to bring this up, too. We mentioned it. Gorgeous night for baseball here in Salem. Probably the biggest crowd of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe other than Education Day, but I don't know. This is probably rivaling it. Lopez at 242 on the year. Here's the first. But it's also, there were a bunch of Little League teams in attendance.
Yep.
So it was very cool before the game, and it takes you back to being 12 years old, right? 0-1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Outer half, it's 0-2.
See, I didn't play baseball, but it felt like we had Futures Night for the varsity lacrosse team. So when I was a little kid, you got to run out on the field with the varsity before the varsity game.
Okay.
Or at halftime, maybe.
0-2. Swing and a tipper, third base side. It falters foul.
And then by the time you're on varsity and you're the older kid, you're kind of on the other side of the spectrum, and you create the tunnel that the kids run through or whatever it was. And it reminded me of that, though, you know.
0-2 to Lopez. He winds and fires. high and outside on the fastball, 1-2.
Now, you were a local kid, grew up in Blacksburg.
Yeah.
Did you ever come out here for anything
Not
like that?
here per se, but it is cool to see there were all sorts of Little League teams locally throughout the area, whether in Salem or Roanoke. 1-2. High and outside again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And each and every one of those teams, they got to have a little parade before the game, right? They got to walk alongside the warning track behind home plate, say hello to the fans. 2-2. Swinging a tipper that's chopped off the front foot of Lopez, and he remains alive. But it's cool, too, for those kids. They get to come out to a minor league baseball game.
Sure.
They get to see the atmosphere. They get to be a part of what's going on. And they get to come here and, once again, goes back to Education Day. The Salem Red Sox are all about the outreach in the community and bringing these kids in, seeing what's going on here at Carolian Clinic Field. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him, strike 3, and just like that, there's 2 down. Second strikeout of the day for Cohen, and here is Tommy Hawk, the designated hitter. Well, Tommy Hawk, too, somebody who digs in from the left side. We've touched on him throughout the entire series. He comes from a baseball family, so probably he's been in those shoes back in his day. Growing up in Raleigh. First pitch. Check swing, did he go? Doesn't matter, it's a strikeout or half. 0-1. Native of Raleigh, we mentioned his story. The story, I should say, earlier this week with his brother. Playing at Carolina. Transferring to Wake. 0-1. Swing and a fly ball foul. Third base side. Quickly 0-2 on Hawk. Of course, he played for the Demon Deacs. Austin got to play for the Tar Heels. Shift to Winston-Salem. Much more family history, too, but again, first the 0-2. Swing and a line drive foul down the third base line. Hawk remains alive. Those are the memories you can make here in Salem for these kids that, 10 years, 15 years down the line, when they're doing stuff in the real world, whether on the field or off of it, it's pretty cool to look back on. 0-2. Winds and fires. Just missed outside, 1-2. A fly out and a strikeout in this frame. Hawk at 324 on the season. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Cohen delivers. Breaking ball that's in there for strike 3 outer half. And Tommy Hawk can't believe it. Back-to-back Ks, 3 strikeouts on the day for Luis Cohen as we move to the home half of the second in Salem. 2-1, the Hillcats on top. We'll step aside and come right back. You're listening and watching Salem Red Sox baseball on MILB.com and MILB TV.
Salem Red Sox fans, all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invite you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelly Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own, and their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today. Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with your friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you got it, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of the minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Home half of the second here at Salem Memorial Ballpark in Salem, Virginia. 2-1, the Lynchburg Hillcats on top of the Malmo Oat Milkers here on this gorgeous Saturday evening for baseball in Southwest Virginia. It goes 6, 7, 8 in the Oat Milkers order. Nathaniel Yuten, Fremi De Leon, and Albert Feliz, the first baseman for Salem. Second inning of work for the right-hander, Yorman Gomez. And An eventful first frame, Mr. Heater. 2 runs for Lynchburg, just 1 for the Salem Red Sox. But again, the play by Gonzalez, I should say, in straightaway center, certainly limited the damage.
Yeah, again, one of those where you hope we don't, but could be one that we're coming back to talk about come the 8th or 9th inning that ended up saving the game. Because that was one heck of a catch. Would have scored a run, no doubt about it, and kept the inning alive. On top of it for the Sox, we would be tied, if not more.
First pitch to U10. He rocks and fires, swing and a pop-up down the third base line. It will trickle foul on top of the netting, and the count is 0-1 on Nathaniel U10, who comes in at .310 this season. Homer and 7 RBIs. He has been quite a spark as of late for the Salem Red Sox. 0-1. Winds and fires high and outside on the fastball. It's 1-1. You know, back on Thursday, first home victory of the season for the Salem Red Sox, had that bases clearing double down the right field line. 1-1. Winds and fires. Swing and a tipper back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes on U10. But the momentum for him has continued after that. You know, yesterday had the single back in the 7th, collected at least 1 base hit in every game so far this series. 1-2. Winds and fires. Swing and a chopper foul. And no, it's a fair ball as Lopez picks it up, tags U10, and there's out number 1. So Robert Lopez, just about 2 steps to the right of home plate, scooped it on a hop, tagged out U10, who was not running down the line. And just like that, scored 2 unassisted, there's 1 down.
Yeah, just kind of unfortunate there of U10. I don't know that there's much you can do about that.
Brings it Framey De Leon, who is still seeking his first base hit as a member of the Salem Red Sox. First pitch. Cohen winds and fires. It just misses, trimming the outer edge, and it's 1-0. De Leon, who joined the team back on Monday, prior to the 6-game set with Lynchburg, starting at short this evening. 1-0 the pitch. Swinging a line drive into left. This one will fall in foul. Just about 4 steps to the left of the left field line, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, well hit baseball, just kept curling foul ever so slightly.
Once again, it is the Malmo Oat Milkers, and in case you're just joining us, and we'll give you the brief backstory, in case you're just tuning in, it is a Swedish-based team that is making a trip around minor league baseball. So every single minor league baseball team will suit up at least once this season for the Malmo Oat Milkers. Very unique, per se. Very unique. 1-1, and Gomez deals. There's a strikeout or half on a fastball. It's 1-2. And you were talking about it during the pregame, Mr. Heater. You don't see much of that throughout anything other than specifically minor league baseball. 1-2. Breaking ball that just misses, trimming the outer edge. It's 2-2. You look at where the Oat Milkers have gone this season. Again, first trip to single A this year. 2-2 the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him strike 3 on the breaking ball, and there's 2 down. Brings up Albert Feliz now, the first baseman. He'll dig in from the right side. All right, Gio, you look at where the Oat Milkers have gone this season. The Albuquerque Isotopes.
Nice.
The Round Rock Express. First, the first pitch. Curls and unfurls. It's taken for a strikeout or half on a fastball, 0-1. The Amarillo Sod Poodles. That was on Tuesday. Okay. April 16th. 0-1. Breaking ball that just misses, trimming inside. It's 1-1. Misses below the knees. All right, on Wednesday, the Arkansas Travelers. Then on Thursday, it stays in Texas, or in that area of the country, if you will. First, the 1-1. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball right by him. 1 down. Or excuse me, 1-2. The Sugarland Space Cowboys on a Thursday.
Okay.
And then on Friday, the Corpus Christi Hooks. 1-2. Winds and fires, swinging a chopper. Down the first baseline, Velasquez will field. Flip to a covering Cohen, and he steps on the bag himself for out number 3. So Felice is retired. The Sox go 3-3 down in the home half of the second. And we move to the third in Salem. 2-1, the Hillcats on top. We'll step aside and come right back. You're listening and watching Salem Red Sox baseball on MILB.com and MILB TV.
Hey Red Sox fans, be sure to follow your favorite team, the Salem Red Sox, on social media so that you don't miss any future Red Sox content. You can find us on Twitter at Salem Red Sox, Instagram at Salem Red Sox, and look for our Facebook page by searching Salem Red Sox. We're Boston's tomorrow, and it starts in Salem. Salem Red Sox fans, all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invite you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelly Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own, and their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Top of the third here in Salem. 2-1, the Lynchburg Hillcats on top of the Malmo Oat Milkers. Here on this gorgeous Saturday evening for baseball in Southwest Virginia. Carter Hill, Giovanni Heater, so thrilled you could join us on your Saturday evening, wherever you may be tuning in. 2-1, Lynchburg leads it, as it will go back to the top of the order for Lynchburg. 1, 2, 3 in the Hillcats order. 1, Benjamin, Ralphie Velasquez, and Jason Churillo in the order for Lynchburg, as we'll wait 1 second as the ball gets loose down the left field line, and we're all set and ready to go as we return to action. Third inning of work for the right-hander, Luis Cohen, as he looks in, and here's his first pitch. Jack swung at. Did he go? Yes, he did, according to Theo Arndt, our home plate umpire. Count 0-1 on Benjamin, who struck out back in the first. Again, Game 5 of this 6-game set. Lynchburg with a victory would win the series. 0-1. Skips in the dirt. It's 1-1. Benjamin Velasquez Churillo, the Cats. 2-run frame. 1-1. Breaking ball that just trims inside for a strike, and it's 1-2. Nice job by Cohen, mixing in the fastball with the breaking ball, and now ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right back to work. Here's his pitch. He swings, and did he tip it? Yes, he did, as Benjamin stays alive, and unfortunately got a piece of Johan Fran Garcia. Theo Arndt kindly will trot to the mound to give Mr. Garcia some time behind the plate.
Just a courtesy that you'll see from time to time. It's like one of those unwritten rules in baseball.
It's a trade, you know. The umpire gets drilled, the catcher will give him some time, vice versa. 1-2 the pitch. Breaking ball that trims inside for strike 3. So for the second time today, Benjamin is down on strikes, and here's Ralphie Velasquez, who singled back in the first.
4th strikeout for Luis Cohen for the Sox.
Again, this is the group that did the damage in the first. Velasquez with the single, Churillo with the double. 2 runs scored after that. First pitch, swings and misses. It's 0-1. Ralphie Velasquez, a first-round pick in the 2023 Major League Baseball draft by the Cleveland Guardians. Out of high school at 18 years old. 0-1. He swings and lifts it down the right field line. This one will fall foul, though. And it's quickly 0-2. Still gave it a ride, though.
Yeah, he tagged that thing, no doubt.
Off the bottom of the wall. Nonetheless, just a loud strike, and now Cohen's way ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Top of the third in Salem, 2-1. The Hillcats on top. Cohen winds and fires. Skips in the dirt, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that one he just kind of yanked. Looking to give him a breaking ball low and out of the zone, but a little too much snap on it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and the righty deals. Swing and a miss. Got him strike 3, and just like that, there's 2 down.
Number 5 for Mr. Cohen.
Number 5 on the day, and dating back to the second inning, that's back-to-back-to-back-to-back strikeouts for Luis Cohen, and there's 2 down.
4 consecutive, 5 on the day. Not bad. That's dominance right there.
Brings up Jason Churrillo now, the starting right fielder. He digs in from the left side. First pitch from Cohen. Swinging a ground ball right side onto hops is Alcantara. He gloves, throws to first, and it is in time for out number 3. So a 3-up, 3-down frame for Cohen as we head to the home half of the third in Salem. 2-1, the Hillcats on top. We'll step aside and come right back on MILB.com and MILB TV.
Do you want to rep the Red Sox all year long? Check out the team store located down the first base side of the concourse at Salem Memorial Ballpark. You can find hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and so much more. They even have Boston City Connect jerseys in stock. Check out the team store or head to MILBstore.com to secure your Salem Sox gear today. Hey Red Sox fans, be sure to follow your favorite team, the Salem Red Sox, on social media so that you don't miss any future Red Sox content. You can find us on Twitter at Salem Red Sox, Instagram at Salem Red Sox, and look for our Facebook page by searching Salem Red Sox. We're Boston's tomorrow, and it starts in Salem.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Home half of the third here at Salem Memorial Ballpark in Salem, Virginia. 2-1, the Lynchburg Hillcats on top of the Malmo Oat Milkers here on this gorgeous Saturday evening for baseball in Southwest Virginia. Carter Hill, Giovanni Heater alongside you here on behalf of the Salem Red Sox. So thrilled you can join us wherever you may be tuning in. It will go 9-1-2 in the Sox order as it goes Andy Lugo, Miguel Blaze, and Antonio Anderson. Third inning of work for the right-hander, Yorman Gomez, as he will try to retire this side. 2 runs for Lynchburg. It came in the first. Salem responded in the home half of the frame. 3 hits on the day for the Hillcats, and just 1 for the Salem Red Sox. Here's Lugo, who digs in from the right side, starting left fielder today for the Salem Sox. First pitch, swinging a fly ball. It remains in the infield. Left side, Ramirez calls everyone off and makes the... No, it falls in behind him. And how about that? The throw to first is not in time. And Lugo, just like that, in the most unconventional way, reaches on the infield single. Well, that is not something you see every day. It will go down as a base hit. Ramirez looked like he had a beat. But the wind is whipping today in Salem, and it falls in behind him for a base hit. So here is Miguel Blaze, the center fielder, digging in from the right side. 5th best prospect in the Red Sox organization. First pitch from Gomez, rocks and fires. There's a strikeout or half, it's 0-1. So 2 hits now for the Red Sox. Marvin Alcantara's RBI single in the first was the first. And Lugo, what should have been a routine pop-up in the infield, falls into no man's land, and he reaches. 0-1 the pitch. Just misses outside and low. 1-1 on Miguel Blaze. Yeah, that is not something you see every day, Mr. Heater, right there.
No, not at all, but you're going to take it.
You're
going to take it, especially down 3-1 in the series.
1 ball, 1 strike. Lugo off of first. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ripper down the third base line. It falls foul. And it moves the count to 1-2. Well, it's a routine pop-up in the infield. And again, this is something we typically touch on here in the broadcast. We have not today, just because it has gotten so routine. But the wind is absolutely gusting today in Salem. And that typically is how it is here at Salem Memorial Ballpark.
Yep.
Yesterday was an oddity. No wind. 1-2. Swing a line drive right side. It's through for a base hit. Lugo around first. He'll pump the brakes second. And just like that, back-to-back singles to start off the frame sets up first and second with nobody down for the Salem Sox and Antonio Anderson.
My favorite thing to say for that, Carter, is a little bit of alliteration. Back-to-back knocks for the Red Sox.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lugo reached, and now Miguel Blaze, and here is Antonio Anderson, who digs in from the left side. Walk back in the first for Anderson. Switch hitter from Atlanta. First pitch. Skips in the dirt. It's 1-0. Yeah, pretty much, 3 out of every 4 games in Salem, based on where the ballpark is laid out, kind of in the middle of the Roanoke Valley, the wind is always whipping out to straightaway center. 1-0. He rocks and fires. Breaking ball in there for a strikeout or half. It's 1-1. And yesterday was a little bit different. Today, though, the wind is about as strong as maybe we've seen it this season. Opening day, the gusts were pretty high as well. 1-1. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. It's 1-2. But now today, and I'll pull it up on my phone, but if I had to guess, the wind is whipping probably about 25 miles an hour. I took a video on my phone before the game, and my phone was shaking while taking that said video.
Maybe you're hungry.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him strike 3, and just like that, there's 1 down. Speaking of hungry, I got my popcorn before the game, and while walking up here, it was so windy that the top level, or the top layer, I guess, of that popcorn was blowing off.
That's the worst.
Here's Johan Fran Garcia, the starting catcher. Still first and second, 1 down. First pitch from Gomez. Swing a ground ball to third. On the back end is Hanau. He'll throw to first. It's his only play, and it's in time for out number 2. But both runners advance. So a base hit now could, once again, not only tie this game, but give Salem the lead. Here's Marvin Alcantara, who had the RBI singles last time up.
It could go a long way here, Carter. This feels like the Sox have left some opportunity on the table, and much in part to the incredible diving catch by Gonzalez.
No doubt about it.
In center field, but if he could kind of make up for it here.
Robbie Nelly Taylor. First pitch to Alcantara. He swings and misses at a breaking ball. It's 0-1. Now, Alcantara, a slow start to the season. He had the single through the right side that hopefully can get, as you allude to, Marv going this season. 0-1. Swinging a chopper to Hanau. He fields on the hop, throws to first, and it's in time for out number 3. So the Sox strand 2 here in the third as we move to the fourth in Salem. 2-1. Hillcats lead it by 1. We'll step aside and come right back. You're listening and watching Salem Red Sox baseball on MILB.com and MILB TV.
Learning at the Salem Museum is fun. Native American and African American history, local school history,
So you can visit the museum and relive some of those memories.
local sports history, and 60 summers of fun at Lakeside Amusement Park, the Salem Museum, preserving 300 plus years of history, art, and sports in Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. Visit the Salem Museum, where time travel is free. Open 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday.
Salem Red Sox fans, all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invite you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelly Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own, and their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Top half of the fourth here in Salem. 2-1. The Lynchburg Hillcats on top of the Malmo Oat Milkers here on this Saturday evening. And covering us on the play-by-play duties throughout the middle innings, here is Mr. Giovanni Heater.
Appreciate it, Carter. 2-1 your score. Lynchburg on top by a run. The hit category is completely even at this point between the Hillcats And the Red Sox, again tagged as the Malmo Oat Milkers this evening. Ready to go 4, 5, 6. In the batting order are the Hillcats. Angel Henao to dig in, followed up by Wilfredo Antunez and Esteban Gonzalez. Angel Henao in a righty-on-lefty situation. A sacrifice fly out to center field. His first time up to score the first run of the ball game. And the first pitch is on the way. Fastball cranked right back up the middle. Charging ahead, Anderson gloves. Throws to first in time. A 5-3 putout for the first out here in the top of the fourth.
Well, Antonio Anderson's pretty good at third, huh? I mean, charging to his left. I mean, that's not an easy play.
No.
And the throw is well in time.
One gone just like that on the first pitch, and it brings up Wilfredo Antunez, the designated hitter tonight for the Hillcats. RBI triple, first time up. That came in the first inning. Crushed one to the warning track in left. The first pitch, wave and a miss. He was looking to do it again on a fastball at the letters, and the count 0-1.
Well, the RBI triple is what has given the Hillcats the 2-0 advantage.
Cohen deals 0-1. Fastball sizzles high and away. A ball and a strike now for Wilfredo Antunez. A .219 hitter with a home run this year. 6 runs batted in. Cohen with a look. He kicks. He deals. 1-1. Fastball misses a hair outside at 93 on the gun. 2 balls and a strike for Antunez. Wilfredo did not appear in the lineup last night for the Hillcats. He was in there the night before in a 5-4 Salem win, 2-1. Skips between the legs of Garcia, and the count 3 balls and a strike. He went 0 for 4 in that ball game on Thursday. A line out, a fly out, a strikeout, and a pop out. Did everything but put it on the ground. Here's the 3-1. Fastball, wave and a miss. 3-2, it's full.
And he's one of the top 30 prospects on this team for Lynchburg. Slotted in at number 30. But he's made, as you alluded to, quite an impact on this series.
Yeah, had 2 knocks on Wednesday. The 3-2. Fastball high and a full count walk is issued to Wilfredo Antunez. Runner on first with 1 gone. But a 2-1 lead for the Hillcats here in the top of 4, Carter.
Yeah, and again, that is the first walk of the day for Luis Cohen. But, you know, you get that 2 runs in the first. He's settled down quite nicely, I feel like, at this point in the game.
Righty on lefty, a pick off to first as Esteban Gonzalez stands in. He lined out for the shortstop in De Leon his first time up. Framey didn't even have to move, laced right to him. First pitch to Gonzalez. It misses downstairs. Runner was flirting to go and did not. Reading it the whole way was Johan Fran Garcia. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 gone. Runner on first. Here in the top of 4. Hits are even at 3. 2-1. Lynchburg leads it. Luis Cohen in his 4th inning of work for the Red Sox. He's been lights out thus far. He kicks and deals. 1-0. Fastball high and away. Runner flirted again and stayed put. It's 2-0.
And Johan Fran is ready for that snapback throw down to first. He is gearing up for it. Ready to go in any given situation?
It was a dicey, you could say, start in the first for Cohen. Here's the 2-0. Runner flirts again. It misses down and away, but still keeping Johan Fran in the battery on his heels. 3-0. Gave up the 2 hits early, and then was able to get an out, a sac fly, and then gave up that huge run-scoring triple. So 3 hits altogether in the first inning. 3-0 on the way. Fastball lifted foul left side. Surprised to see the green light on a 3-0, and it's 3-1.
Yes. Gonzalez, though, somebody who can be turned loose at any given moment.
Bless you, my friend.
Yeah, thank you.
No
That's the worst time.
Pick off to first. Standing up safely is Wilfredo Antunez. He's aboard with the walk. Hillcats lead it 2-1, top of the 4th. If you're just joining us on a gorgeous night, a little bit of a chillier night tonight.
It has gotten chillier.
It's more of a jeans and a
sweatshirt type of night.
Yes.
Gives high school football vibes tonight.
It does, indeed. Early October high school football. 3-1 to Gonzalez. Fastball misses high in it. 5-pitch walk. Back-to-back walks worked by the Hillcats, and there's runners on first and second.
And that's not what you want there in that situation, right? I mean, you get the ground out, back-to-back walks, and Luis Cohen has been very stout so far today beyond the first inning. But, first and second now with one down. Big opportunity now for Lynchburg.
Yeah, like I mentioned, Rocky in the first gave up the 2 runs on 3 hits, but then in the second, sat him down 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts, and then did it again, 3 up, 3 down in the third. Meeting of the minds between Garcia and Cohen. And Theo Arndt, home plate umpire, says it's time to wrap things up. Wind still gusting to straightaway center field at about, what do you got, Carter? 18 miles an hour?
Yeah, I was going to look that up because I was going to guess around 25. I mean, it made a difference on that pop-up in the infield.
Big part of the chill in the air as well. Runners on first and second. 2-1 Lynchburg on top with 1 gone. Here's Rafael Ramirez Jr. Righty on lefty matchup. Cohen with a glance to second. And he brings home the first pitch. Fastball misses down and away. 1 ball, no strikes.
I got a number for you. You want to guess?
I'm going to guess 18.
16.
Okay.
That's pretty close.
Cohen with a long look in. Brings the ball up to his belt. And now he steps off.
Yeah, we got a pitch clock violation, I believe.
He is so worried about that runner. Antunes playing mind games, really.
Well, it's almost like the first 2 steps he takes, it's like he's going. Every single pitch. Every single pitch. And now he's just kind of dancing, kind of playing with him down at second.
2-0. Swing and a ripper, foul right side. 2-1.
I don't know, though. It's one of those where it's like, once you get to a certain point, if you're Antunes, I mean, obviously he knows what he's doing, right? So, like, if you're Cohen, you know that there's the potential that he's going to take off at any given moment. But at the same time, this is a big AB right here.
2-1. Breaking ball rips into the zone. Evens things up at 2-2. Big pitch there out of Cohen. 1 gone. Runners on first and second. Sox trail by a run. Decked out as the Malmo Oat Milkers this evening. First team in single A to do it in 2024. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Carter now the second consecutive full count here.
Well, this seems like a carbon copy, at least early on, of yesterday's third. Back-to-back walks. Got time called now. Yeah, Malmo Oat Milkers rolls right off the top. Doesn't it?
Is that sarcasm?
It's cool, though. It's a cool thing.
No doubt. 3 balls, 2 strikes to pitch. Swing and a ripper, foul once again, right side, and we'll do it again at 3-2. Well, a good time to update you with what's going on at the top of the organization. 4-2 the final in Pittsburgh. The Red Sox, winners of 2 in a row over the Pirates, Carter.
Up at PNC Park in Pittsburgh, opportunity for the sweep tomorrow. And Pittsburgh got off to quite a strong start this season.
Yeah, that's not your typical Pirates.
No.
Cohen steps off the rubber once again, awaiting this crucial 3-ball, 2-strike full count pitch. With runners on first and second, 1 gone, Lynchburg up by a run. Early on in game number 5 of the 6-game set. Lynchburg has won 3 out of the 4 up to this point. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. He got him with a breaking ball down and away for out number 2. Massive strikeout here in the 4th.
And that is, number 6 on the day for Luis Cohen?
Indeed.
Rafael Ramirez Jr. down on strikes. This turns into a huge AB. Now we're going to see a quick meeting of the minds on the bump. But now, with first and second, 2 down, you're not away from escaping the jam, if you will. And Robert Lopez struck out his last time up at a capable hitter in this middle of the Lynchburg order.
Juan Rivera, the pitching coach for the Red Sox, having words with Luis Cohen. You take a look at what Cohen has done thus far this year, Carter. 8 total strikeouts coming into tonight through 2 games. He's already almost matched that tonight with 6. Had 5 strikeouts last game in 3 innings pitched on the road against Delmarva. Game before that struggled a little bit, inflated his ERA up to 8. Just didn't have his stuff in his debut. Here's Robert Lopez, righty on lefty, first and second, 2 gone, runners take off. Pitch called to strike, throw it on to third, and it's in time for out number 3. Johanfran Garcia chucks it down to Anderson, and the 18-year-old out of Atlanta makes the tag for the third out.
Curious, I don't know if we'll see a replay on MILB TV. That was close. Down at third. Yeah, it's one of those where it's bang bang. Jordan Smith is going to come out and have some words with Liana Ricks, but does not look like it will be successful. And all of a sudden, Antunes, who had been dancing around Gio the whole inning, ends up getting thrown out at third to finish off the frame.
2-1, Lynchburg leads it by a run. Home half of the fourth coming up after this. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on MILB TV and MILB.com. Salem Red Sox fans, all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invite you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelly Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own, and their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today.
Who let the dogs out?
What's up, Red Sox fans? Be on the lookout for Bark in the Park nights all season long at Salem Memorial Ballpark. Our first Bark in the Park nights are Saturday, April 20th, Thursday, May 2nd, Wednesday, May 22nd, and Tuesday, June 4th. Bring your canine companion out to the ball game and help the Red Sox in their campaign against the Carolina League. For tickets all season long, head to milb.com/Salem/tickets. Bark in the Park on select nights throughout the 2024 season.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox Baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Home half of the fourth here in Salem. 2-1 Red Sox trailing Lynchburg by a run. Giovanni Heater joined alongside Carter Hill with you. And Carter, we had a little bit of controversy at the tail end of the top of the fourth inning. Nevertheless, the Sox will take it, no doubt. Here's Nelly Taylor. First pitch misses down and away in the count 1-0. Break it down for us, Clark.
Yeah, it's one of those where Antunes had been dancing off a second the whole inning. He tries to steal third, I should say, on the double steal.
And the 1-0 misses inside. The count now 2 balls, no strikes.
They try the double steal. Antunes takes off for third, and the throw was a good one behind the plate by Johanfran Garcia. The tag is laid down by Antonio Anderson, and maybe the foot got in there.
2-0, breaking ball high and in. 3 balls and no strikes for Nelly Taylor.
It was very borderline, right? It was one of those bang-bang calls. No replay, of course, here at the single-A level, but Jordan Smith was convinced that Antunes got in there, having a conversation with Liana Ricks, and was bolting towards her.
3-0 is hit right side. It's gloved on a hop by Ben Hameen. He tosses to first in time for out number 1.
Yeah, so have not seen a replay. I don't know if it was the correct call or not, but nonetheless, the Sox will take it. Goes down as out number 3, and unfortunately for the Lynchburg Hillcats, well, you kind of run yourself out of an inning right there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, it sets the table for Nathaniel Uten. First pitch, he lifts it high into the air. Shallow right center field. Running underneath it is Churrillo, and the right fielder makes the grab for out number 2. Quickly, 2 gone here on just, 6 pitches into the inning?
Yep, 6 pitches.
Brings up Framey De Leon, the shortstop, in the 7 hole for the Red Sox. Framey played a whole lot of second base so far in his time in the lineup. Played second base earlier this week. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball at the knees, called a strike, 0-1. That was in a 5-4 Red Sox win on Thursday night. And he played second base on Tuesday evening as well. Plays shortstop for the first time. The 0-1 hit back up the middle, charging ahead Benjamin. Gloves on a hop. Throw on the run to first is there for out number 3. Red Sox go 3 up, 3 down here in the home half of the fourth. They still trail it 2-1. Top of the 5th after this. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on MILB TV and MILB.com. Hey Red Sox fans, be sure to follow your favorite team, the Salem Red Sox, on social media so that you don't miss any future Red Sox content. You can find us on Twitter @Salem Red Sox, Instagram @Salem Red Sox, And look for our Facebook page by searching Salem Red Sox. We're Boston's tomorrow, and it starts in Salem.
Learning at the Salem Museum is fun. Native American and African American history, local school history,
So you can visit the museum and relive some of those memories.
local sports history, and 60 summers of fun at Lakeside Amusement Park, the Salem Museum, preserving 300 plus years of history, art, and sports in Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. Visit the Salem Museum, where time travel is free. Open 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Two to 1 your score, top of the fifth inning here in Salem. The Hillcats on top of the Red Sox, who turn into the Malmo Oat Milkers this evening. I'm Giovanni Eater, joined alongside Carter Hill with you, and Carter, the Hillcats ready to go 9-1-2 in the order. Last time up, you had that controversial caught stealing down at third. If you're the Red Sox, you'll take it, no doubt about it. And a new pitcher on the bump for the Sox. Luis Cohen's day is done. He went 4 innings for Salem, and it brings up a 22-year-old righty out of Mayo in the Dominican Republic, Francis Hernandez.
Yeah, and Luis Cohen, I thought he was sharp today. You know, he gave up the 2 runs in the first, but still, if you take out, and you can't, of course, you cannot take out the first inning.
You'd love to.
Yeah, he only yielded 3 hits. He was fairly sharp throughout the day. Like I said, he pounded the strike zone, had 6 strikeouts, only 2 walks, and they were back-to-back in that fourth. I thought today was a nice step forward for Luis Cohen, and that's all you can ask for if you're the Salem Red Sox.
Well, Francis Hernandez ready to face Robert Lopez, Tommy Hawk, and Juan Benjamin for the Hillcats. Hernandez 0-1 on the year with a 9.31, a little bit of an inflated ERA. He's appeared in 3 games. 8 kicks and deals. The first offering is a fastball that runs high, 1-0. 10 strikeouts to his name and 9 2/3 inning pitched. And you take it game by game. Here's the 1-0. Fastball lifted into the air, foul territory, left side, and Anderson watches it into the netting, 1-1. First week on the 6th here against the Mudcats, who are the top team in the Carolina League North. Gave it a good go, 2.25 ERA in 4 innings. Here's the 1-1 offering. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-1. Just 3 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. Dealt 6 strikeouts and didn't walk a batter in his debut this year. Hernandez winds and fires, 2-1. Fastball steams in there on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 90 miles an hour off the right arm of the Mayo native. He brings home the 2-2. Breaking ball punches into the dirt, and it's 3-2. Then you go at Delmarva. His second outing, he goes 3 innings, gives up 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Problem was 2 home runs in those 3 innings. Did have 3 strikeouts, walked 2 batters. Not his best stuff. The payoff pitch, breaking ball high, and it's a full count walk by Robert Lopez to lead things off here in the top of the 5th. 2-1 Hillcats on top with a base runner.
Yeah, and again, too, you know, you look at Cohen's final line. 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, they were both earned. 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. ERA is down to 6.75. And, you know, it's one of those where, with where it was, I think you absolutely take that in certain situations.
Here's Tommy Hawk. He looks at a fastball outside, and the count now 1-0. Pitched earlier this week, did Hernandez against the Hillcats. Runner on first, righty on lefty matchup. He winds and fires the 1-0. Fastball belted into the air, into the gap, right field. Going back is U10, and he makes the catch. Just about 5 feet in front of the warning track in right. A ball that's tattooed, took a ride for out number 1.
Took a ride indeed. But then U10, a nice play out right. We've seen a couple balls throughout the series that have been hit out towards the edge of the track. The interesting one for me today, Gio, was the Jason Churrillo one out to left, and it looked like Andy Lugo maybe lost a little bit.
Yeah.
They one hopped the wall.
He tagged that one 94 off the bat, did Hawk. Here's Juan Benjamin, first pitch, and the lefty looks at a breaking ball high, 1-0. One gone, runner on first. 2-1 Hillcats lead it here in the top of the fifth. Great night for baseball in Salem. A little bit chillier than it's been throughout the week, though. And the 1-0 offering. Fastball, swing and a miss. Ball at a strike for Benjamin, a .212 hitter. Struck out twice so far tonight. Part of 6 strikeouts out of Luis Cohen. One on the way. Fastball inside at the belt. 2 balls and a strike for Benjamin.
If you're Juan Benjamin here too, you mentioned the 2 strikeouts. Got to be feeling that a little bit. Base hit here would be big time for Lynchburg. Set up first and second, maybe more here in the top of the fifth as you try to break the ice a little bit.
2 balls and a strike. Runner on first, the pitch. Breaking ball down and in. 3-1. Now the count for Juan Benjamin.
And obviously you cannot let the walks take over in this situation. We've already seen one in the frame with Robert Lopez.
Saw a couple of walks last inning. Things got dicey for a moment. Sox were able to put it away. There's the 3-1. Runner dances. He doesn't go, and it's fouled back 3-2. They like to do that this week, Carter. They're kind of playing games on the base paths.
Yeah, well, especially this Lynchburg team. Antunes is the big one. It did backfire for the Hillcats left fielder today, but at the same time, I mean, these guys have been able to run all series, it seems like. Making some things happen against the Salem staff.
3 balls, 2 strikes, runner on first, 1 gone. The payoff pitch. Swinging a line drive foul, left side, into the seats, and we'll do it again at 3-2. You know, Carter, another part of the good crowd tonight could be it's Bark in the Park. For the second time
I can't believe
year.
I forgot about that. But you see the dogs walking around and everything.
Well, I can understand how you would forget with the Malmo Oat Milkers taking over here in Salem. 3-2 the pitch again, and it skips in the dirt for ball 4. Full count walk, second walk of the inning, surrendered by Hernandez and the Sox, and there's runners on first and second. With 1 gone for Ralphie Velasquez, probably the most dangerous bat in the series up to this point. Already has a base hit today. Came around to score in the first.
Yeah, not who you want to see in this situation, right? I mean, you mentioned base hit. Has had a hit in every game he's played in this series. 2 homers as well. Yeah, the park has shown it cannot hold Ralphie Velasquez. It can hold many, but not Mr. Velasquez.
2 homers in the first 2 games of this series. Runners on first and second, 1 gone the pitch, and a fastball runs below the knees, 1-0.
I think, too, if you're Velasquez, you're just looking to, you've seen 2 walks in the inning. You're trying to pick out your pitch. You're already up ahead, I should say, in the count 1-0. And Velasquez is no stranger to these situations. It feels like every single time he's come through with a base knock in this series, it has been with runners on. It has been with runners in scoring position, and it has been at the top of the lineup.
The 1-0 pitch, fastball. This is driven into the air, right field. There to catch it is U10, and the runners stay put. Well, second time in the inning, someone's given one a ride and kept U10 busy out there. That's out number 2.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And that ball was rifled, too.
100 off the bat.
U10 just right there to make the grab. Barely had to move on that one. Kind of took 2 steps to his right, but you'll take that if you're the Salem Sox and the Malmo Oat Milkers in this situation.
Jason Chirrillo now digs in, probably the best 1-2 punch that the Hillcats have to offer here. And Velasquez and Chirrillo, the first pitch, and he slams this one left side, tailing foul. Off the roof of the Roanoke Times Pavilion, and it trickles down into the Red Sox bullpen, allowed 0-1. Chirrillo today, a double to start things off in the first. Came around to score. He's 1 for 2. He's got runners on first and second with 2 gone. 0-1 on the way. Fastball, this is belted into the air. Into left field. Going back is Lugo, and for the second time tonight, it's up over his head and off the wall. 1 run comes in to score. Another one right behind it. How about that? A 2-run scoring double with 2 gone off the barrel of Jason Chirrillo. Looks a whole lot like his older brother there, Carter.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker. Younger brother of Jackson Chirrillo for the Milwaukee Brewers, and High fly ball to left. That one, tough play for Andy Lugo, but maybe a ball that could have been caught. Maybe he'll say should have been, but that's a tough play by the left fielder. And on the last 2-run double, and Lynchburg leads it by 3. That's a big-time hit.
Chorrillo's second double of the ball game. Here's Angel Hanau with a runner on second. Runner goes. This one is belted back foul. 0-1.
Probably a break for Salem, too. That was fouled back. Chorrillo may have had the bag stolen. Got a good jump off the second, but never can count out Johanfran Garcia behind the dish.
4-1 the new score. Lynchburg leading by 3. 2 gone, runner on second. 0-1 the count for Angel Hanau. Righty on lefty, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses a hair out of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strikes, 92 on the gun. Francis Hernandez, second arm today for the Sox. Came in for Luis Cohen, the starter. The righty takes it to the belt, kicks and deals, 1-1. Breaking ball hit up the middle. Charging ahead is Alcantara. He gloves, tosses to first in time for out number 3. So Hanau in a 4-3 putout ends the inning if you're keeping it at home. But 2 runs cross for the Lynchburg Hillcats on a 2-run scoring double off the barrel of Jason Chorrillo. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors in 1 left on base. We got a treat for you coming up on the other end of the break, bottom of the 5th on tap. 4-1, Hillcats lead it. Back in a sec. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on MILB TV and MILB.com.
Local school history,
So you can visit the museum and relive some of those memories.
local sports history, and 60 summers of fun at Lakeside Amusement Park, the Salem Museum, preserving 300-plus years of history, art, and sports in Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. Visit the Salem Museum, where time travel is free. Open 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday.
Do you want to rep the Red Sox all year long? Check out the team store located down the first base side of the concourse at Salem Memorial Ballpark. You can find hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and so much more. They even have Boston City Connect jerseys in stock. Check out the team store or head to MILBstore.com to secure your Salem Sox gear today.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox Baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Back to baseball here at Salem Memorial Ballpark. Giovanni Heater, Carter Hill steps into the room to our left, and now welcoming to the broadcast for the first time of hopefully many times in 2024, Mr. Mike Heller from Strikes for Tykes. Mike, a former umpire himself, so always fun to have him up here, a real treat. A couple of times every season is Albert Felice ready to dig in for the Sox. 8-9-1 due up for Salem. Mike, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Gio. I appreciate it. It's been great. Really happy to be back in Salem. Looking forward to the rest of this series and staying with the team for the rest of the season.
Felice swings and misses on a breaking ball downstairs. 0-1. Well, Strikes for Tykes. You guys come in and you travel across all of minor league baseball, usually hit each spot a couple times a year as the 0-1 misses downstairs. 1-1. Tell us all about it. How can people get involved, especially to really set the table? This is your first time up here this year.
Strikes for Tykes is a 501c3. We're a nationwide charity. We work with minor league baseball teams and count strikeouts for the home team.
1-1. Breaking ball. Did he go around on a check swing? Field umpire Liana Rick says he did, and it's 1-2.
So we just count defensive strikeouts for home games, both regular season and playoffs, and we ask fans to donate for every single strikeout that their team records. So in this case, Salem.
1-2. Breaking ball misses downstairs. 2-2.
And as the season progresses, we keep on that tab all the way through the season. We ask fans small donations, 2 cents, 3 cents, 5 cents, or even a flat rate pledge for each strikeout thrown.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He goes around on a fastball outside, and Albert Felice is sat down on strikes. Third strikeout of the night for the starter Yorman Gomez, and Felice drops to 0 for 2. Andy Lugo on the 9-hole ready to stand in. He had a base hit back in the third. 1 for 1 so far today. 4-1 your score. Lynchburg leads by 3. First pitch to Lugo, and a breaking ball misses down and away, 1-0. Well, last night must have been a great night for you guys.
Last night was phenomenal for us. The Sox threw 16 strikeouts. We thoroughly enjoyed watching that from up on the concourse.
I bet. Dialed in were the Sox. Here's the 1-0. Fastball runs away. 2 balls and no strikes. Unfortunately, did not result in a win. Have you ever seen a game? I mean, of course you have, especially as an umpire, but where you lead in almost every statistical category and still can't pull away with a win?
Yeah, it just comes down to timing. I mean, are the hits coming?
2-0. Here's a slow grounder to the left side. It's scooped up by the third baseman and on to first in time for out number 2. That one, I was surprised, stayed fair.
So was I. And even last night's game, as disappointing as that was, they made it interesting all the way through. I mean, we had the tying run on, and we had the go-ahead run at the plate in the bottom of the 9th inning. You can't ask for any more for excitement.
Yeah, no doubt. That thing stayed exciting the whole way through, kept everyone around for fireworks after. First pitch of Miguel Blaze at the top of the order. Swings and misses, 0-1.
I will tell you as well, Salem does fireworks properly.
Yeah?
That's
you think
always
so?
a good show. It's one of the better shows in minor league baseball.
Okay. Love to hear that. Here's the 0-1. Fastball runs high, 1-1. That's saying something for single A as well.
Yeah, they do a very good job with it.
1 ball, 1 strike with 2 gone for Miguel Blaze. Here's the pitch. Fastball below the knees, 2-1. Well, how can people get involved, come see you on the concourse, but if for whatever reason they're watching or listening at home, how can they get in touch with you?
We do have a website. We're very active with it.
2-1, called a strike, 2-2.
Well, that was belt tied. We're www.strikesfortykes, all one word, .org. Just click on donate and pick the team of your choice. Right now, Salem's the only team we're working with this season.
2-2, breaking ball, fisted back into the crowd. Pay attention, and it's still 2-2 for Blaze.
And then just select if you want to do a flat rate pledge or if you want to go per strikeout. As I said earlier, it counts for the entire season. So they're at 78 going into today's game. We're 7 games in. Today's our 8th home game. We're already at 78 strikeouts.
2-2, misses a hair outside. And the count runs full at 3-2. Boy, I think Gomez thought he had strike 3, but Trackman says it's a right call, 95. About a ball outside.
And we're on pace for anywhere between 650, 700 strikeouts, which is a really good number for A-ball.
Payoff pitch. This misses outside. A fastball off the plate. And Miguel Blaze taking off the bright yellow accessories. He's got a full count walk here with 2 gone for the Sox in the home half of the 5th. Well, you're a former umpire yourself. Walk everybody through your background and how that turned into Strikes for Tykes.
So, actually 2 very different stories. I got involved with umpiring in the very early 90s, so it was a while ago, and went to one of the schools more than once, and worked a couple of seasons in minor league baseball before realizing that it just wasn't in the cards. I was never going to make it to the major leagues as a baseball umpire. But have stayed involved with the game. I still work with minor league baseball. I was a fill-in umpire up until about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
And still stay involved locally where I am. I'm up in Northern California, and I run the pitch clock with 2 organizations out there, one in the California League, one in the Pacific Coast League. And I've just stayed on top of it and remained close friends with a lot of the guys coming through right now, as well as a handful that are up in the major leagues.
Okay.
So it's going to be actually exciting because Sacramento, as a lot of people are aware, are going to be hosting the Oakland A's for the next 3 seasons.
That's right.
Well, they get their new stadium built in Las Vegas. So we're going to get a taste of Major League Baseball up in Sacramento.
Wow.
So
you're an A's fan now, it sounds like.
I've got my teams, but I've always supported the A's. Unfortunately, they just, at the Major League level, it's tough to swallow sometimes.
First pitch to Antonio Anderson, called a strike at the letters on a breaking ball, 0-1.
And Strikes for Tykes came out of actually K's for Kids in the what once was the Northern League. It's now the American Association in Independent Baseball. It was something that my parents started.
0-1, swing and a miss, breaking ball down and in, and quickly 0-2 for Anderson.
And we've just taken that synergy from both my mom and dad. It's something that they had a passion for and have translated into minor league baseball and really working to keep dollars in local communities.
0-2, check swing, and it misses inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes with a runner on first and 2 gone. Trailing by 3 are the Red Sox here in the home half of the 5th inning. Great night for baseball. Mike Heller from Strikes for Tykes is with us up in the broadcast booth. Been a fun season early on, Mike. Weather's been great. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside, 2-2. And the weather did not disappoint this week for you guys.
No, not at all. We came in yesterday and battled a little bit of the weather coming up from North Carolina, but caught the rain, but it was gorgeous last night. And even today, nice, sunny, a little bit chilly, but it is still April.
Yeah, yesterday was like a false, and there's ring 'em up, strike 3. Breaking ball rips through the zone. Called strike 3 on Anderson. 4-1 the score. Lynchburg still leads. Yesterday was kind of your false summer.
Yeah.
A little bit there. Well, we go to the top of the 6th. Mike's going to stick around from Strikes for Tykes. 4-1, Lynchburg on top. We'll step aside and come right back. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on MILB.com and MILB TV.
Who let the dogs out?
What's up, Red Sox fans? Be on the lookout for Bark in the Park nights all season long at Salem Memorial Ballpark. Our first Bark in the Park nights are Saturday, April 20th, Thursday, May 2nd, Wednesday, May 22nd, and Tuesday, June 4th. Bring your canine companion out to the ball game and help the Red Sox in their campaign against the Carolina League. For tickets all season long, head to milb.com/Salem/tickets. Bark in the Park on select nights throughout the 2024 season.
Hey Red Sox fans, be sure to follow your favorite team, the Salem Red Sox, on social media so that you don't miss any future Red Sox content. You can find us on Twitter at Salem Red Sox, Instagram at Salem Red Sox, and look for our Facebook page by searching Salem Red Sox. We're Boston's tomorrow, and it starts in Salem.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox Baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Back to baseball here in Salem. Giovanni Heater joined alongside Mike Heller from Strikes for Tykes. He's up in the broadcast booth, and you'll hear him pop in throughout this season. Mike, thanks so much for being here as the Red Sox trail it by 3, 4-1 this score, top of the 6th inning. Well, if you're just joining us, let's have Mike run us through one more time what Strikes for Tykes is all about and how people can get involved.
So what we do is we try to partner with minor league baseball teams. We have them, if they have a foundation, all funds raised go back to their team foundation, which gets distributed through the community.
As the first pitch is called a strike on Wilfredo Antunez, the count 0-1.
But something similar with Salem, we have them actually select a local charity, and they've picked the Carilion Hospital for the last 5 years, so it's been a really good partnership.
Antunez with a base hit up the middle to lead things off for the Hillcats, the 5th hit of the day for Lynchburg. They still lead it 4-1, and a leadoff knock sets the table for Esteban Gonzalez, the center fielder, who's 0-for-1 with a walk so far today.
So what we'll do is we'll ask fans, as I said, to donate either per strikeout or flat rate pledge. We invoice at the end of the season. Once the invoices come in, we send out tax receipts, and the following year we'll present a check to on behalf of the Salem Red Sox out to the charity, which in this case is Carilion Children's. So
awesome. And so many here in the front office appreciate everything that you guys do. So glad to work with you. Pick off over to first. And standing up safely is Antunez.
Salem was the first team we signed, and they've been a phenomenal organization to work with. We always have fun coming to Southwest Virginia. We thoroughly enjoy it, and just the ambiance here is great.
Runner goes from first. The 2-0 is fisted back foul, and it's 2-1 for Esteban Gonzalez. Well, Little League night here at the ballpark. Bark in the Park at the ballpark. Mike, this is, personnel-wise, one of the best crowds of the season thus far.
Yeah, we've been down on the concourse battling that wind, and the lines have been amazingly long. So it's good to see. It's great for the team. It's great for the community.
2-1, popped up, foul territory, back behind home plate, and it gets into the crowd, 2-2.
That poor dog is just like, what is that thing?
Handful of dogs out here tonight. Not a huge dog crowd. I think the Little Leaguers may have scared some people off.
I'm sure they have.
Runner on first, 1-2 the count, and a pick off to first. Head first slide in there safely is Wilfredo Antunez. He led this thing off in the 6th with a base hit.
That's the second pickoff. They can't make another one. They got to get him out, or it's a balk.
You get 2 disengagements. The third one has to be an out. Runner dances away as the 1-2 misses outside. 2-2 for Esteban Gonzalez. Runner stays put. Lynchburg, they're pesky on the base paths.
These two teams match up very well every single year.
The 460 rivalry.
Yep.
Coming into this series, Mike, you're not going to believe this. First, I'll let the 2-2 come on in. Runner does go this time, and it's a line drive through for a base hit into left field. Antunez rounding third. The throw to third is not in time. He's in there with a hands first slide. Runners on the corners here. Back-to-back base hits to lead off in the 6th inning for Lynchburg.
Gio, I got to guess they're within 5 games of each other lifetime.
Very close. Coming into this series, they were tied all time dating back to 1968, 605 to 605.
Yeah.
Lynchburg now leads this series this week 3-1, so they do have an advantage in that frame, but still just incredible.
It's these two play each other tight. We somehow end up coming in every year for a Lynchburg series.
Team just about an hour and 40 minutes down the road. Pick off to first. Head first slide, and in there safe is Esteban Gonzalez. He had the knock. That put Wilfredo Antunez at third. Runners on the corner. Still nobody out for Rafael Ramirez Jr.
So coming into tonight as well, as I said, the team's thrown 78 strikeouts moving into tonight.
First pitch, runner goes from first. It misses high and away. Throw down to second, gets away, and they go with the double steal to score. 5-1 now. Lynchburg leads it by 1. Crossing home, Wilfredo Antunez. Gonzalez is in at second with a stolen base. And just costly if you're the Red Sox. I feel like no matter how many times it happens, they always fall for that double steal.
Yeah, they're. Lynchburg's smart. They're reading where the cut's going to be and if it's going to be thrown straight through or not. And it didn't look like Salem put a lot onto that. We may have an injury out here as well. No, it's a broken mask.
And so Johan Fran Garcia gets a new mask. Doesn't go down as an error. Instead, it's a stolen base, as that one just got away. Runner on second now is Esteban Gonzalez after his base hit and stolen bag. Ramirez with a 1-0 count. Runner in scoring position, still nobody out. Here's the pitch. He swings, belts this one into the air, deep to right field. Going back is U10, and it is off the bottom of the wall. Taken off from second to third is Gonzalez, and because of how long he had to wait, he stops there. Into second with a double is Rafael Ramirez Jr. 7 hits for the Hillcats. They still lead it 5-1, and if he could have, kind of had a better read on it, that scores no doubt. Yeah. Instead, he just gets the third.
Yeah, we were tracking that ball well as well, and it's just way too high up on the fence.
That cavernous wall out there that circles the entire circumference of the outfield. Here's the first pitch to Robert Lopez, and he rips it foul right side. 0-1. Turns on a breaking ball. I mean, you see minor league parks pretty much week in and week out throughout the season. Do you ever see anything quite like this?
No. The Red Sox are doing it smart, though. All of their affiliates have some sort of a monster for a while in left field, Salem included.
0-1. This is downstairs 1-1. Yes.
It's just that Salem's is got to be a 20-foot wall all the way across. So you don't see that very often.
Yeah.
In any of the parks, and this isn't a small park either. I mean, that's such a real shot to get it. We're 401 straight away and 325 down the lines here. It's a legitimate poke to get it out of this ballpark.
There is no such thing as a free home run here. No doubt. There's no short porch. There's no nothing.
No, the only thing we can have is a wind like today blowing straight out, but we still got to get it into the jet stream.
Oh, yeah. Runners on second and third for the Hillcats. They lead it 5-1. They've scored a run here in the top of the 6th. 7 hits for the Hillcats, just 3 for the Sox. Hernandez is in. He deals the 1-1 to Lopez. Check swing. Pitch missed outside. An appeal, and the field umpire, Leona Rick, says that Lopez didn't go. It's 2-1.
So your umpires this year, I don't know if you've been able to tell the listeners yet, minor league baseball is experimenting in A-ball with both automated ball strike and challenge, and that's all in the Florida State League.
Right.
So all the umpires are going to be switching leagues twice this year, so they're going to get a shot in California, in Florida State, and in the Carolina leagues.
Interesting. 2-1 misses inside. It's 3-1. And I did hear about that, and they're only doing it in Florida. How are they going to do it? They're going to send them down there, and they got to stay there for a month or so?
So there's going to be crews are going to switch at Memorial Day, and then again at the All-Star breaks.
That makes sense.
So I think the California crews go to Florida at Memorial Day. No, at the All-Star break, the Carolina crews are going to go down at Memorial Day, but because of the number of teams, there will be a Carolina crew that stays put and moves later when the California crews move.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you're going to be seeing, you won't have any familiarity with crews this year. You might see them a total of 2 times before you get a whole brand new set of umpires coming through.
That's definitely a mix-up from last year. Robert Lopez is in. He's got a full count with runners on second and third. Still nobody out. Hernandez kicks and deals. Payoff pitch, and it misses down and away. Fastball just out of the zone, and it's the right call. 93. Missed out just outside. And there's bases loaded now for the Hillcats. They've already scored a run in the 6th inning. You'll see how long Hernandez sticks in there. Really nothing going on in the Red Sox bullpen right now. Nobody's throwing.
No, somebody's getting up and stretching, but nobody's really throwing. He's still got his jacket on as well.
Yeah. Now, usually when you come here, Mike, you have some sort of connection to the umps out there. Do you know either Liana Ricks or Theo Arndt at all?
No, we met them last night for the first time. Actually, all 16 umpires in the all 24 umpires in the league are brand new this year.
Okay. Interesting. Well, Liana Ricks, the first female umpire here at Salem Memorial Ballpark ever, which is pretty cool. First pitch to Tommy Hawk. Fastball misses high, 1-0.
Yeah, and Major League Baseball mandated that they have dual locker rooms for any female umpires coming through, and I actually went knocking on the wrong door last night. They moved the umpire room here. So, but this is a great crew, 2 young and very experienced umpires. They work well together, and they're getting the job done, as you can see from balls and strikes right now.
No doubt. 2 balls, no strikes for Tommy Hawk. He's got the bases loaded with nobody out. 5-1. The lead for Lynchburg here. This game's starting to get away from the Sox in a hurry in the top of the 6th. Hernandez takes it from the belt, deals the 2-0. And it misses inside with a fastball. 3 balls and no strikes.
As much as I'd love to see a strikeout right now, they need a ground ball badly.
Double play could go a long way right here. I couldn't agree with you more there. And Liana Ricks says time for a new Pearl. Hernandez taking a look at what he has done at this point. 38 pitches, just 19 have found the zone for strikes.
So AAA is using the automated ball strike system on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday games. As all minor leagues, as our listeners are probably very well aware, everything's a 6-game series Tuesday through Sunday unless there's a holiday in that week.
Right. Well, ball 4 misses inside for Tommy Hawk, so that scores a run. That makes it a 6-1 advantage for Lynchburg. Ramirez to third, Lopez to second, and Hawk stands on first. Top of the order, Juan Benjamin is in. He struck out twice and walked today. Ended up scoring on that walk in the 5th. Radion lefty, the first pitch, and he swings and misses out in front of a breaking ball, 0-1.
And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they do a challenge system where each team is allowed to, either pitcher, catcher, or batter is allowed to challenge the umpire's ball strike call 3 times in a game. And if they are right, they retain their challenge. If they are wrong, then they lose it. And after they've lost 3, they have no more.
0-1, slow roller to second. On to second is there. 1 more to first is in time. Well, there's that double play you needed. Does score a run, and it leaves 1 runner on third for the Hillcats.
So the Florida State League, being the complex and where a lot of minor league teams are for spring training, they've set up the same systems in those ballparks. So the Florida State League has been taking advantage of that technology So the A-ball umpires can get a shot at it before they get to AAA and at least be ready for what they've got coming, what they can look forward to.
First pitch to Ralphie Velasquez called a strike, and the count now 0-1. 2 gone, runner on third. 7-1. Lynchburg leads it now with a 6-run advantage. 3 runs here in the top of the 6th. Their most in an inning so far tonight. They got 7 hits. The 0-1, this is belted up the middle, threw on a line drive base hit. This will score a run. Robert Lopez crosses home, and with an RBI single off the barrel of Ralphie Velasquez, it's now 8-1 Lynchburg.
And now we do have action going on in the Salem pen.
Well, you need it at this point. Not the outing that Hernandez was hoping for.
Oh, we have pitching change coming up.
And here comes Liam Carroll. We're going to get a call to the pen. 8-1 Lynchburg. This one has gotten away in a hurry. 2 gone. Runner on first. 8-1 Lynchburg on top. We'll step aside when we come back. Plenty more Red Sox baseball on MILB TV and MILB.com.
Learning at the Salem Museum is fun. Native American and African American history, local school history,
So you can visit the museum and relive some of those memories.
local sports history, and 60 summers of fun at Lakeside Amusement Park, the Salem Museum, preserving 300 plus years of history, art, and sports in Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. Visit the Salem Museum, where time travel is free. Open 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with your friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you got it, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of the minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Welcome back to Salem Memorial Ballpark. Giovanni Heater, joined alongside Mike Eller from Strikes for Tykes. 8-1 the score. Lynchburg leads it, and a pitching change for the Red Sox. The day of Francis Hernandez comes to a close. Dennis Reggio ready to toe the rubber for the Sox. A 4.76 earned run average so far this season. We see Reggio for now the second time in this series. Pitched earlier this week against the Hillcats. Gave it a go in the 7-2 win for Lynchburg on Wednesday. Pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 run. It was earned, 4 walks, not a single hit. Did strike out a batter. Threw 34 pitches, 15 of them for strikes. Jason Churio ready to dig in for the Hillcats. He has a runner on first. 8-1 advantage for Lynchburg. And, Mike, you were just asking me a question moments ago as we were off the air. I'd love to answer it for you. But first, the first pitch to Churio misses outside 1-0.
So, just going back to the college baseball, I know you do some work with Virginia Tech. What are they going to need to do this year to host a regional?
Yeah, host a regional at this point. I mean, it's definitely still a possibility. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it misses outside 2-0. Well, big opportunity in front of them right now. They went to 11 last night, lost to Duke. Great game. Both teams had 13 hits. 9-8 was the final score. I mean, one of those that anybody could have won it. 2 balls, no strikes for Churio, the pitch. Fastball, this is cranked into the air, straightaway center field. Going back, Miguel Blaze, and he watches this one off the pitch clock for a 2-run bomb.
Wow.
Jason Churio leaves the yard. That's a hard target to hit.
It is.
Out there. And now Lynchburg takes a 10-1 lead. That one was cranked 105 off the bat. Traveled 425 feet to pretty much straightaway center.
That is a shot. Oh, the pitch clock didn't get damaged. That's a good thing.
No doubt about that. So Ralphie Velasquez was aboard with his RBI single, and Churio brings him around to make it 10-1 with a homer. 2-run blast over the fence. Brings up Angel Hanau. Bases empty, 2 gone. Here's the first pitch, and he rifles it foul right side. 0-1. Yeah, so they got Duke in Blacksburg this weekend. They're going to play again. They're actually playing right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the score. Then they'll do it again on Sunday. If you can win that series, I think you're back in a position to possibly host. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul tip, 0-2. Then you got opportunities galore coming up. They still got to go play at North Carolina, who's a top 15 team, at Virginia, who's a top 15 team. So it's all in front of them.
Yeah.
But they've been slow the last couple of weeks. We're ranked as high as 11th, then dropped to 16th. Now they sit at 23. Still a top 25 team, but they've lost 6 of their last 7 ACC games after a red-hot start. 0-2, misses downstairs 1-2.
ACC baseball is just steadily improving. It doesn't rival the SEC yet, but it's getting there.
No doubt. A lot of good baseball in the ACC. A lot of the coaches have said this is the strongest they've seen it in their time in the league. Here's the 1-2. Fastball, this is driven into the air. Back to right field. U10 on the track, and this one is played off the wall. Heading into second with a stand-up double is Angel Hanau. A 2-out double, 10-1. Lynchburg still hanging on to a lead. They've scored 6 in the top of the 6th, and that's their 10th hit of the night.
Yeah, even the teams that aren't ranked, you can't take anybody lightly in the ACC at all. NC State's always got a good squad. Miami's usually always up there.
Yep.
Florida State's always good. And then there's Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
They're always good.
I was just down there in Atlanta to do that series last weekend, and Tech went down there. I mean, Tech was supposed to be the better team, ranked 16th in the country. Georgia Tech was unranked. Here's the first pitch to Wilfredo Antunez, misses away, 1-0. And looked like Tech was going to rock them, beat them 11-4. 11-1, I think, was the final score in the first game. They had 20 hits. That was the second most ever in ACC play. Here's the 1-0, wave and a miss, 1-1. Proceeded to night 2, lose 19-0 to Georgia Tech.
Wow.
19 walks. That was a program record. So both ends of the spectrum. And then a great game. Gave up a 7-0 lead on Sunday to lose. Final score was 11-7. Georgia Tech won the series. Anybody can beat anybody in the ACC pretty much any night.
Yeah. You gotta be firing on all cylinders, especially in that conference.
Really came down to the pitching last week. Runner on second, 2 balls and a strike, 2 gone. The pitch, runner goes, pitch misses inside. Throw down to third is not in time, and a stolen base for Angel Hanau. Now, who do you follow along? You're a West Coast guy yourself. Who's your college team?
Actually, my college team was Miami.
Okay, I remember that.
But over on the West Coast, I mean, I know so many guys just working as umpires, either coming out of pro ball or working their way up into college ball, that I get to see Davis a lot, and they're coming out of the NCAA prison. They had a scandal there a couple of years ago. We get to see Sac State a lot.
Okay.
Of course, Berkeley, Stanford. Are part of what was the Pac-12, which is now dying.
They're not going to be in the ACC. They're going to have to come out here to play.
Exactly, which is interesting. For football, it works out well. For baseball, it's a little bit of a drag. Same thing for basketball. That's a lot of travel.
Payoff pitch, swung on, lifted foul. 3-2, it'll stay for Wilfredo Antunez. Yeah, I mean, at some point you got to think football is going to separate, right? Because how are you going to make, all these Olympic sports go play and do that kind of travel when football plays less than anybody else? And these decisions are driven by football money.
Yeah, because it's all the football money. I know, I absolutely agree, and I think football will separate out. Oh, we're up to 7 now. First strikeout since I got upstairs.
There we go, 7th strikeout for the Red Sox. That ends what was a 6-run top of the 6th for the Lynchburg Hillcats. 10 hits. So far on the night, they hold the 10-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the 6th after this. You're tuned into Red Sox baseball on MILB TV and MILB.com. Salem Red Sox fans, all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invite you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelly Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own, and their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today. Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with your friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you got it, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of the minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Back to baseball here at Salem Memorial Ballpark. Giovanni Heater joined alongside Mike Keller from Strikes for Tykes. 10-1 the score, 6 runs in the top of the 6th inning for the Lynchburg Hillcats, and they lead it by 9 over the Red Sox heading to the home half of the 6th. Well, Mike, I don't know if we're going to let you come back to the booth if every time you come up, a 6-piece and a 2-piece are going to be put up for 8 runs since you've joined us by the opposition. Nevertheless, Red Sox ready to go 3-4-5. First pitch to Garcia, line drive into right field, down in front of the right fielder in Chirrillo, and a base hit on the first pitch to lead things off. That's big for Johan Fran Garcia after being 0 for 2 to start tonight and 0 for 4 yesterday. Coming into this series with the best batting average on the team, that was nice to see him break out of, you don't want to call it a slump. It was, 6 at-bats, but first hit in a couple of days there.
Yeah, no, that's good to see. Now we just got to get our, when we're back out there pitching, we got to get the strikeouts back up again. Just help the charity out a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. Here's Marvin Alcantara, righty on righty, the first pitch, and he cranks this one left side. Gloved by the shortstop in Ramirez. On to second, it's there. On to first, not in time. So they cut down the leading runner, and now Johan Fran thinks he's safe. Was he pulled off?
He was pulled off.
He was. So Johan Fran's aboard at first. Alcantara, that is, at first. Johan Fran to second. Runners on first and second. And now they're going to come take a look at him. Seems to be grimacing.
It looks like a hamstring.
Well, you never like to see anybody go down, but especially not him with the top batting average on the team. A one that you need if you're the Sox.
And he's coming out.
He's going to get pinch run for here. Kind of a little bit of a limp. Yeah, we don't want to speculate, but not ideal if you're the Sox. So he'll have a pinch runner. Entering in the ball game in his place is Diego Valoria. And he'll probably catch behind the dish as well. So they put another catcher out there. That will probably be the only switch. Brings up Nelly Taylor Jr. for the Sox. Well, Mike, you're here to tell us about Strikes for Tykes. If people are just joining us for the first time tonight, 10-1 the score, Lynchburg on top. How can they find you guys? How can they get involved?
Once again, they can get a hold of us either at strikesfortykes.org or call us directly at area code 510-545-3071.
Valoria rounding third on a base hit up the middle. He comes in to score. Throw to third gets away. Everybody stays put. And into second is Nelly Taylor Jr. Pretty sure that'll be a single, and then to second on a fielder's choice. But runners on second and third, and a run scores for the Sox to make it 10-2.
The Sox have picked up on something here because that's 3 straight pitches, 3 straight hits. Well, 3 straight balls in play.
Maybe they can keep the momentum going with Nathaniel U10. Yeah, that's 3 knocks in a row for the Red Sox here in the 6th. And a good bat up to the dish. 295 hitter. As home plate umpire Theo Arndt brushing off the plate.
So, yeah, that's either way to get a hold of Strikes for Tykes. And once again, this is just something that we're doing out of love for the game and love for minor league baseball and trying to keep local dollars in the community. So we're working with Southwest Virginia residents and trying to keep money in Southwest Virginia.
First pitch, U10 waves and misses on a breaking ball. 0-1. And so, Mike, you guys are going to be back in June, you said?
Yeah, we'll be back towards the middle, last half of June. The Salem Red Sox have 3 home series that month. So we got a lot of baseball to choose from, and trying to make another trip in either late August or right at the end of the season in very early September. But definitely we'll be back in June.
0-1 the pitch. Breaking ball. This is lifted into the air. Foul territory. And escapes into the seats, nothing in 2. So when you guys come, do you fly into Charlotte and drive up, or what's the best way? Or do you fly into Charlotte then Roanoke, or?
We'll either come in directly to Roanoke. It's just depending on the time of year and what's going on. We like flying into Charlotte and making the drive.
0-2 breaking ball misses high.
And
1-2.
We're crazy enough, every once in a while we'll fly into Dulles and make that drive.
Okay.
But that's definitely a little bit farther than Charlotte. And it's just, this time of year we want to do the drive. It's just pretty out here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a view that you're never gonna you can't take it for granted. It's so gorgeous.
1-2 nearly hits U10, evens it up at 2-2. Runners on second and third, nobody out. Sox have scored a run here in the bottom of the 6th. They trail it 10-2. Yeah, no really easy way to get to Salem, Virginia.
No, we were working with Pulaski back before Major League Baseball did the contraction.
2-2. Breaking ball outside. Count filled up. U10 with a good bounce back in the count was down and now sees it full.
And that was a Yankees franchise in the old Appalachian League. And even there, they're right down the road. But it's like, we talked to them. It's like, yeah, just fly into Charlotte. It's so much easier.
Yep, no doubt. Payoff pitch to U10. And it misses downstairs. Bases loaded. Full count walk for Nathaniel U10. Every duck on the pond for the Sox. And maybe this game's not as over as we thought it was here, Mike.
No, hoping. Still nobody out. And they picked up something, and it would appear that there's now action in the Lynchburg pen.
Yeah, it's probably the toughest pen in the league to see, the visiting pen here, down the right side. You can see who's on the bench. You can't see the action behind it. Here's Framey De Leon, bases loaded. First pitch nearly hits him. He ducks away from a high fastball, 1-0. And now a mound visit.
That's another thing glad that they've kept. They're allowed 7 mound visits in A-ball.
Okay.
And they need all 7 of them because these guys are still trying to find their momentum and their energy.
Well, here comes the pitching coach for the Lynchburg Hillcats, Tony Arnold. Not the manager, Jordan Smith, so not a call to the pen, but just kind of calming the tides, probably updating him on kind of the scenario here. Home plate umpire Theo Arndt going to break things up. Mike, what was the wildest game you ever saw while you were umpiring?
Scoring-wise, it was actually an independent game. It was in the old Northern League, where we just had the team was trying to break a Guinness record for most fans for a single-season game, which had been held by the Buffalo Bison in the old International League.
Okay.
And we just had fans running all over the field the entire game. They just wanted to get themselves on radio and TV.
1-0. Swing and a miss on a fastball high and in, 1-1. So, they were just running onto the field?
Yeah, we had 80,000 people in a stadium.
What?
It was a converted football stadium.
Are you kidding me?
No, they broke the record that night, and I think it's since been broken again, but...
1-1 to De Leon. He swings, rifles it into right field, and this is down for a hit, going to score some runs for the Sox. One comes in, and everybody else stays put. RBI single from Framey De Leon. The Red Sox within 7. A little bit of momentum here. It's 10-3.
And then from a rules standpoint, I mean, I've seen plays where I've been on a field where we've had obstruction, interference, multiple times going on at the same time, plus malicious contact, which has now become a rule. That's the new Buster Posey rule. Back then, it's like you just truck people as you came by.
Right.
So, which started all the brawls and everything else. But, you got a catcher like Mike Sosha throwing people out of the way and runners taking detours so they can interfere with plays at the same time.
Here's the 1-0 to Big Al. He swings, gives this a ride, high into the air, into the gap in right center field. Churrillo has a read. He's under it. Makes the glove for the first out. A tag up and a score. Sac fly for the Red Sox, and a head-first slide for De Leon. He's in there at second.
There's something you don't see every day. We had all 3 runners tagging up on that play. That's how deep that ball was hit. And when your runner from first is able to tag and go, they're getting a good read, and you got to know you have some speed on that. That was great heads-up base running by the Salem Sox.
So it puts runners on second and third for Andy Lugo. Folks, that was still just the first out. It's now 10-4. Sox within 6.
Am I allowed back in the booth now?
Yeah, yeah. It just seems that the runs tally up for both teams when you're here. Here's the first pitch to Lugo, and the righty looks at a breaking ball downstairs, 1-0. Yeah, Big Al gave that thing a ride. Hit it 100 off the bat, but this ballpark's so cavernous.
It's huge.
Second and third for the Sox. Still only one gone, 10-4, Lynchburg on top. 1-0 delivery on the way. Fastball rifled left side, scooped up by the third baseman Hanau. Tossed to first in time for out number 2. A run comes across to score. U10 is in. It's now 10-5. The deficit has been cut in half.
So Giovanni, I brought some gifts up for you and Carter from Strikes Your Tykes.
Okay.
Stuff that we were handing out to the kids over on the concourse, and we'll continue to do that with every single city that we go to as well. So we just have a lot of fun interacting and talking baseball with the fans, and there are some really knowledgeable fans at this yard.
Miguel Blaze looks at a breaking ball downstairs. He's got a runner on second. We'll appreciate that, Mike. And one more time, I know I've asked you to do it a ton. Just tell people how can they find you one last time here.
Once again, our website is strikesyourtykes.org, or we can be reached at area code 510-545-3071. Let them know that you've heard about us, and we'll help you out to get a donation going.
Pop-up is caught as the second baseman and third baseman and Benjamin and Hanau collide with each other, but it's hauled in by Benjamin. And that is the final out here in the bottom of the 6th. Well, the Red Sox put up 4, Mike. Make things interesting again. It's now 10-5, and it feels like it's not quite out of reach just yet.
It's definitely closer than a 10-5 game. Well, I appreciate the time up here. We will come up again tomorrow and talk with Carter.
Absolutely. Mike will be with Carter tomorrow. Mike, I'll see you again in June. Thanks again.
Thanks, Jim.
All right, he's Mike Heller. I'm Giovanni Heater. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This is Red Sox Baseball on MILB TV and MILB.com. Hey, Red Sox fans. Be sure to follow your favorite team, the Salem Red Sox, on social media so that you don't miss any future Red Sox content. You can find us on Twitter at Salem Red Sox, Instagram at Salem Red Sox, and look for our Facebook page by searching Salem Red Sox. We're Boston's tomorrow, and it starts in Salem. Salem Red Sox fans, all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invite you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelly Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own, and their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox Baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Top of the 7th for you on tap in Salem. 10-5 the score. The Hillcats with a 5-run advantage over the Sox here in the top of the 7th. Giovanni Heater joined alongside once again, broadcast partner as always, Mr. Carter Hill. Carter, put her there.
Yeah,
how you doing?
What did I miss? I stepped aside for a little bit.
You missed he's the GOAT. Mike Heller was up here from Strikes for Tykes, and we were talking about baseball. Strikes for Tykes again. Be sure to look them up, get involved, donate. Helps out so much. So fun to have them in town a couple times a year. Esteban Gonzalez is in, and 6-7-8 due up for the Hillcats. He looks at a fastball down and in, and the count now 1-0.
Yeah,
well, you also missed 10 runs combined.
I was going to say, we were listening next door to you and Mike, and then 10 combined runs in the 6th. That's incredible.
1-0. There's a rifle to the right side. It's gloved on a hop into the belly of Feliz, and he touches his left foot on first base for out number 1.
Yeah, we saw. So I was still scoring the game next door, obviously.
Of course.
And so Lynchburg, they batted through the lineup, and 8 guys hit for the Salem Red Sox in the bottom of the 6th. So we saw 17 hitters in the 6th. That is pretty unreal there, Mr. Heater.
Yeah. What a time to have a guest up, right, with 10 runs. Here's Rafael Ramirez, righty on lefty the pitch. Skips up in the dirt, deflects away from, by the way, Diego Valoria. behind the dish. Johanfran Garcia exited, and Carter. I mean, we don't want to speculate too deeply on Johanfran or Jostingson, but both the Garcia brothers appear to be not in the mix, is a fair way to put it. Line drive right field, charging ahead, making a catch at the hip is Nathaniel Uten for out number 2.
Yeah, no, that's what we were talking about, too. You know, to see both Garcia brothers go out in back-to-back games is certainly not ideal. And actually, to be totally honest, I did not see the play at second. I saw him get walked off the field down the third base line, but certainly not something you want to see for him to immediately leave the game, too. But hopefully it was just precautionary.
2 gone, 10-5 the score. Top of the 7th, first pitch to Robert Lopez. He waves and misses on a breaking ball downstairs. And the count, 0-1.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about conference realignment, and I looked at the score. I'm like, well, the next thing you know, it's 10-1. So.
Yeah. Things that you get into. Well, the Sox have made it interesting once again. 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th. All of a sudden back within 5, and it doesn't feel that out of reach with the style of game that it's been. Denise Reguillo on a hill. He kicks and deals 0-1. Misses inside, fastball 1-1.
4 runs in 1 inning also ties the highest total in a single frame at home this season for the Salem Red Sox.
Well, there you go. Reguillo from the belt brings home the 1-1. Fastball punches into the dirt, 2-1.
And of course, the Malmo Oat Milkers this evening here in town. I'm still waiting to see, Mr. Heater, if I want a jersey. I've been checking the email.
I want to try some oat milk. I love me some almond milk.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I swear by it, pretty much live by it. As a breaking ball misses downstairs, 3 balls and a strike for Lopez. Have you had oat milk?
I have not had. I don't think. Well, I have had oat. I have had oat milk, but it's been quite a bit of time. I want to say because I'm typically not a milk drinker, if you will.
That's crazy to me. I love it. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fastball outside, 5-pitch walk. Runner on first with 2 gone here in the top of the 7th inning. What was your snack this evening, my friend? Because I got my snack locked and loaded for when you take over in the 8th.
Yes. Well, I had the popcorn before the game.
Yep.
Which was a nice touch, I think. You know, it was a nice little snack before the game with some water and wash it down with some pink lemonade. Of course, the Salem Red Sox, a Pepsi team. So you got the pink lemonade. I got the Pepsi cup in front of me.
There's Tommy Hawk, first pitch to the lefty, and the former Demon Deke sees it by him. Gets away from Valoria, taken off for second is Robert Lopez. He's there with a wild pitch. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone and a 10-5 lead for the Hillcats in the top of the 7th. You were saying about the lemonade?
Yeah, I got the pink lemonade. That is well gone. I still got some water next to me, the Aquafina, here at the ballpark. But the popcorn was a nice touch. I really had my full-blown meal before we got here.
You had Chipotle.
I did have some Chipotle.
That's good. That's good. 1-0 to Hawk. Fastball. This is cranked on the ground, right side. Gloved on a hop by Alcantara. Short toss to first is there. 4-3 put out ends the inning if you're keeping it at home, and the Hillcats sat down in 4. 10-5 the score remains. We go to the bottom of the 7th after this. Red Sox baseball season long on MILB TV and MILB.com. Do you want to rep the Red Sox all year long? Check out the team store located down the first base side of the concourse at Salem Memorial Ballpark. You can find hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and so much more. They even have Boston City Connect jerseys in stock. Check out the team store or head to MILBstore.com to secure your Salem Sox gear today. Hey Red Sox fans, be sure to follow your favorite team, the Salem Red Sox, on social media so that you don't miss any future Red Sox content. You can find us on Twitter at Salem Red Sox, Instagram at Salem Red Sox, and look for our Facebook page by searching Salem Red Sox. We're Boston's tomorrow, and it starts in Salem.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Back to baseball here at Salem Memorial Ballpark, home half of the 7th. 10-5, Lynchburg on top in this Game 5 of a 6-game set. The 460 rivalry 2024 rendition. Giovanni Heater Going alongside Carter Hill with you. Sox ready to go, 2-3-4 in the batting order. Antonio Anderson, Diego Valoria in all likelihood in place of Johan Fran Garcia, who exited this ball game with what appeared to be an injury. And Marvin Alcantara bats cleanup, the second baseman for the Sox. Red Sox were able to grab 4 in the home half of the 6th inning. That was to counter 6 runs for the Hillcats, part of a 10-5 lead for Lynchburg. See if Anderson can keep some positive momentum moving forward. Hitless today, had 2 hits yesterday. A walk and a strikeout, coming around to score once tonight. Righty on lefty matchup, the first pitch. And it's spiked in the dirt, the count 1-0.
Yeah, it's been an interesting dynamic this evening because it kind of felt like for a little while we were going to see a pitcher's duel. We reached, it was a pitcher's duel. We reached the 5th, and it was still 2-1. Lynchburg got the 2 runs, but still, and I'll continue after this pitch.
1-0. Breaking ball downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. You're just joining us, home half of the 7th.
But still, you're feeling pretty solid about things, and then all of a sudden 6 runs score for Lynchburg, and all heck breaks loose here in Salem.
2-0 to Anderson. He swings, and it's chopped back foul, 2-1.
We were at a pretty good pace, too, in this game. I mean, we completed the first 5 in about an hour and a half.
Yep, you jinxed it.
I know.
Way to go.
I didn't say it on air.
Now we're going to be here till midnight. The 2-1 to Anderson. Misses inside with a fastball, 3-1. By the way, the pitcher on the hill in his second inning of work, Orquelin Vasquez. Second time he's appeared this series. He winds. He fires. 3-1 pitch. Fastball cranked foul, right side. Full count for Anderson.
Yeah, now if you're Lynchburg, you have Salem down to its final 9 outs. Middle part of the order, but still, 5-run advantage. You have some wiggle room here.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a breaking ball for strike number 3. First out here in the home half of the 7th. Antonio Anderson is sat down swinging. Second strikeout of the night for him. And it brings up Diego Valoria in place of Johan Fran Garcia. Carter.
Yeah, and again, it was tough to see Johan Fran have to leave the game in inning to go. Diego Valoria now, first AB of the contest.
First pitch is a breaking ball downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes for Diego Valoria in his first at-bat here tonight. Then Johan Fran led off that 4-run 6 with a base hit. Got the wheels churning, the 1-0. Swing and a drooped ball up the middle. Gloved on a tough hop by Benjamin, and it's on to first in time for out number 2. That one took a weird carom off that calcified clay.
That clay will get you.
Shout out to Will Cole, head of our grounds crew here in Salem, and taught us a thing or two the other day.
Yes, the other day.
Now I'm going to use that forever. For the rest of my career, I'm going to say calcified clay because I think it sounds incredibly intelligent.
It does. Well,
and all credit to Will Cole.
I'm not going to lie here, Mr. Heater.
What you got?
I don't know how Diego Valoria is down at first. And there's still 1 out. And Jordan Smith just came out of the first base dugout.
Well, good thing I brought the whiteout tape, my friend, because I scored that as a 4-3.
Let's see what the ruling was on that.
Sometimes you just got to admit when you don't know, you don't know. And I don't know why he's not out either. Here's Marvin Alcantara, righty on righty. First pitch on the way. And he swings and lifts it foul. Back behind home plate, 0-1. Yeah, what do you got? Did it pull him off the bag? It seemed completely routine to me.
The call on the field was, I don't know if it had something to do with, what was the count? I'm trying to think back. What was the count on the pitch?
I don't think that matters.
Well, I'm trying to think if it was 3 balls, maybe there was a pitch clock violation before the pitch. Just trying to think.
0-1. This is down and away, 1-1. Was the count full? Might have been full.
I'm trying to pull up game day.
No, Anderson worked a full count. I don't think Valoria did. Valoria swung on like the 3rd pitch.
That's what I thought too.
Ball and a strike for Alcantara. She's on the way. And it misses inside, deflects off the mid of Lopez. It stays in front of him, 2-1.
Nonetheless.
If anybody knows, please tweet at us
We are
using the
confused.
hashtag Salem Sox broadcast. What is that famous John Sterling? By the way, shout out to the legend.
That's baseball, Susan?
John Sterling. His farewell today at Yankee Stadium. The 2-1, swung on, lifted foul, right side. One gone. Runner on first apparently for the Sox. They trail it 10-5 here in the home half of the 7th if you're just joining us in Salem. 2-2 the count for Marvin Alcantara. No, the one where he goes, it was hit off the wall by Stanton. And he said it was a Stantonian home run out of the ballpark. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball called strike 3.
Oh, he said,
And-
now what did I do wrong?
Yeah, he said, what did I do wrong? Because he's standing at first. And Susan goes, it was off the wall, John.
We're trying to figure out why Diego Valori is down at first base.
Here's Nelly Taylor Jr. Unfortunately, you can't be Susan and just tell me what happened.
All right, I did check next door. I'll continue after this pitch.
Ready on lefty. Pitch misses. Oh, it's called a strike. 0-1.
So they are also upstairs trying to figure out what is going on.
Oh, so nobody knows.
So it is not catcher's interference. That was also Tyler Katz. Good call. That could have been catcher's interference. It was not.
We'll take it. We'll take it. 0-1 the count for Taylor, the pitch. He swings and misses on a breaking ball down and away. Quickly down 0-2. 2 gone. Somehow a runner on first for the Sox. Bottom of the 7th, trailing at 10-5.
So here's a replay if you're watching on MILB TV. I don't.
Now, what did I miss? 0-2 to Taylor. Swing and a blooper. Shallow center. And underneath it to make the glove is Gonzalez for out number 3. You know, Carter, what they could have been saying is that his back foot left before he actually completed the catch.
Well, we just saw the replay, and it was about as routine as it gets on the putout.
Yeah, I agree. But is that what the ruling could have been? Regardless.
Honestly, I'm pretty confused on that one.
Well, regardless, he's stranded at first. 10-5 the score. We go to the top of the 8th after this. Lynchburg on top in Game 5 of the 460 rivalry here in Salem. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on MILB TV and MILB.com.
Learning at the Salem Museum is fun. Native American and African American history, local school history,
So you can visit the museum and relive some of those memories.
local sports history, and 60 summers of fun at Lakeside Amusement Park, the Salem Museum, preserving 300 plus years of history, art, and sports in Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. Visit the Salem Museum, where time travel is free. Open 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday.
Salem Red Sox fans, all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invite you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelly Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own, and their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Top of the 8th here in Salem, 10-5. Lynchburg on top, ready to take it the rest of the way on the play-by-play. Mr. Carter Hill. Carter?
Well, thank you, Mr. Giovanni Heater. I appreciate it there. Top of the 8th in Salem, 10-5. The Lynchburg Hillcats on top of the Malmo Oat Milkers here on this Saturday evening here in Salem, Virginia. Second inning of work for the right-hander Dennis Reggio. He is on to face the top of the order. A ball is loose down the left field line, so we'll pause for just a second, but it does go 1, 2, 3 in the Hillcats lineup. Juan Benjamin, Ralphie Velasquez, and Jason Chirrillo. First pitch from the right-hander Reggio. He winds and fires. It's taken just inside for a ball at the knees, 1-0. So just to clarify, our audio video manager, Stephen Langdon, came in during the break. It was catcher's interference, is how Valoria reached. 1-0, winds and fires. It's taken for a strikeout or half, 1-1. Yeah, and we saw the replay. The call on the field was catcher's interference. I don't know if that actually took place. But Valoria does reach. It goes down as a need to. A 1-1. Swinging a lifter out to left. Moving back is Andy Lugo, shifting to his right. And he makes the grab head high for out number 1. So Benjamin is retired for the 4th time today. And here's Ralphie Velasquez, the first baseman.
Yeah, it took us for a surprise.
Yeah, that may have been the most confused I've ever been on a baseball broadcast as to how he got to first base.
And it stinks because you question your intelligence.
Sure. Here's Velasquez. 2 base hits on the day. First pitch. Kicks and deals. Inside it goes. Did it hit him? Yes, it did. So Ralphie Velasquez will reach on the hit by pitch. It's the 3rd time he's reached today, and here's Jason Churrillo. And boy, oh boy, Gio, has this man done some damage today.
Big homer for Jason Churrillo. Crushed it off the pitch clock.
Yes.
I mean,
yes,
how about that? Get this. You're about to see an at-bat from Dennis Reggio to Jason Churrillo sitting alongside your best pal, Gio.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
First pitch. Just misses low and inside below the knees, 1-0. Well, that was Gio's final inning of calling Salem Red Sox baseball for the weekend. He's doing Virginia Tech baseball on TV tomorrow, so I guess you can now all let it loose. It's all done. Oh, gosh. Churrillo 2 doubles in the homer. Throw back to first, not in time. Head first slide back in there for Benjamin. Jason Churrillo, he doubled in the first. It was one where Andy Lugo kind of got turned around and left, may have lost it in the sun. 1 hop the wall. Double in the 5th. Homer in the 6th. 1-0. High and outside fastball. Quickly. 2 balls, no strikes. I don't know. Now, I certainly haven't. Maybe you have. I don't know if I've seen a homer go off a pitch clock before.
No, that's new. That's a modern era thing right there.
2-0. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, and once it hits it, you're like, oh my goodness, please be okay. Because you don't want to be, Salem Red Sox. I guess maybe Salem minor league baseball would be responsible for it. Nonetheless, all is okay.
You mean if the clock went out?
Yep.
Yeah.
2-1, runner off from first. It's a check swing, throw down to second. Will be not in time. A check swing by Churrillo. He did not go. It misses inside, and the count moves to 3 balls and a strike, and Benjamin swipes second. So another runner in scoring position for Lynchburg. 10-5 Hillcats on top. 10 hits on the day, 6-4 the Salem Sox. 3-1, the righty deals. Misses outside again, and a 5-pitch walk.
Mike is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But I missed you, buddy.
Missed you too, yeah. Well, Mike's coming on again tomorrow, so I've heard, it appears. So we'll have him come up once again here on the Sunday afternoon series finale to talk about strikes for Tykes here in Salem. 1 down now, runners on first and second for Angel Hanau. He doubled his last time up. First pitch, kicks and deals. Swinging a lifter down the third base line, it trickles foul. And the count's 0-1.
Can you believe they come all the way from California every time they come?
I heard Northern California, that is a haul to get to Salem, Virginia. And what, y'all were talking about that as well?
And somehow he's a Miami fan.
0-1. In the dirt it goes. Evens up the count at 1-1. Miami Hurricanes fan? Or
Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Northern California, you got the Giants, and for a little bit while longer, the Oakland A's. They'll be in Sacramento for the next 3 years.
Well, he's hyped because he lives in Sacramento.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah.
1-1. He winds and fires. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Fastball high and tight, moves the count to 1-2. Yeah, the A's are going to be moving to Sacramento for the next 3 seasons. From 2025 to 2027. Playing at the Giants' AAA park. 1-2, the pitch. Inside it goes on a breaking ball below the knees. Evens up the count at 2-2.
What are your thoughts on all that?
It's tough because, the A's have inevitably, they were going to move for the longest period of time. Now, they're still in the area for the next 3 years. eventually, obviously, the plan is to go to Vegas. 2-2. Swinging a line drive up the middle. This will get down for a base hit. Around third is Velasquez. He will come in to score. It's an RBI single off the bat of Angel Hanau, and it's 11-5 Lynchburg here in the 8th.
Been that kind of a night.
RBI single the other direction, and first and second, one down now for Wilfredo Antunes, the left fielder. Quick meeting at the bump between Valoria and Regil. Antunes a double and a single today. He's also struck out and walked. Yeah, it's tough because, I mean, Vegas, it's very well known that, you know, professional sports there, it's been obviously for the longest period of time, they've been trying to bring that to the area. And when now the Raiders are there, the Super Bowl was there recently, and now you're trying to get a Major League Baseball team. There appears to be a little bit of a holdup, and so now they're going to go to Sacramento. It is weird, I will say, that they are playing at the Giants AAA stadium, but it does keep baseball in that area for 3 years, which for some people I'm sure will be a good time.
Well, where is that team going to play?
First, the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Right through a fastball. It's 0-1. That I do not know. I need to read more into that.
Or are they going to schedule it as such where they're never going to be home at the same time? That's so hard.
0-1. Swing and a miss again. No balls, 2 strikes.
In like football, sure. In baseball, it's like darn near impossible.
No, it is. It certainly is. Motu kicks and deals. Inside it goes. Below the knees, 1-2. Yeah, I mean, for baseball, I mean, it's hard enough. You were talking about college baseball. It's hard enough to schedule conference tournaments around a AAA team's schedule, which is why in the ACC it rotates between Charlotte and Durham every other year. 1-2. Breaking ball that simmers just high and outside, evens up the count at 2-2. So I don't know. I can't see how they would do that, especially with minor league baseball. You play in 6 and 6. You don't do that in the big leagues.
Yeah.
First and second, one down. 2-2 to Antunes. He swings and tips it foul. And the Hillcats left fielder remains alive. You know, one more thing about AAA baseball that just kind of occurred to me, and I was talking to Stephen Langdon once again while you were having a chat with our friend Mike. First the 2-2. Inside it goes, nearly drilled Antunes, who dances out of the way, and the count runs full. So the Delmarva Shorebirds, who are 1-12 to start the season, they're 10 back of first place. They're the first team in minor league baseball to be 10 back in any division, any league. 3-2. He swings and grounds it right side. To his left is Alcantara. He dives. Throw to first is in time for out number 2. Both runners advance, but a nice play by the Red Sox starting second baseman, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, he's a really, really solid defensive second baseman, shortstop, wherever he plays in the infield. If he can get that bat to really come around, I mean, he's shaping up to be a solid prospect here in the Red Sox organization. Really enjoy watching him play defense in particular.
Can move around for sure, and it looks like the Red Sox and the Oat Milkers will go to the pen as Liam Carroll trots out from the third base dugout, and Salem will make a switch. Second and third, 2 down. Hillcats lead it 11-5 here on this Saturday evening in Salem. I'll tell you about the new arm when we return, but for now we'll step aside and come right back on MILB.com and MILB TV.
Salem Red Sox fans, all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invite you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelly Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own, and their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today.
Who let the dogs out?
What's up, Red Sox fans? Be on the lookout for Bark in the Park nights all season long at Salem Memorial Ballpark. Our first Bark in the Park nights are Saturday, April 20th, Thursday, May 2nd, Wednesday, May 22nd, and Tuesday, June 4th. Bring your canine companion out to the ball game and help the Red Sox in their campaign against the Carolina League. For tickets all season long, head to milb.com/Salem/tickets. Bark in the Park on select nights throughout the 2024 season.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Nathaniel Cruz, the new pitcher on the mound for the Salem Red Sox, or the Malmo Oat Milkers, here in the home half of the 8th, or the top half of the 8th, I should say, at Salem Memorial Ballpark in Salem, Virginia. 11-5, Lynchburg leads it over the Salem Sox, and still second and third, 2 down, so Mr. Cruz will try and escape a jam. 5th appearance of the year for Cruz. He is 0-1 with a 5.68 ERA, 6 1/3 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts to just 1 walk. Digging in from the left side now is Esteban Gonzalez, the starting center fielder for Lynchburg. He is 1 for 3 today with a single and a walk. First pitch, swings and grounds it. Right side, Alcantara bobbles. He collects, throws to first, and it's in time by a step for out number 3. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Nathaniel Cruz, and we move to the home half of the 8th in Salem. 11-5, Hillcats lead it. We'll step aside and come right back on MILB TV and MILB.com.
Learning at the Salem Museum is fun. Native American and African American history, local school history,
So you can visit the museum and relive some of those memories.
local sports history, and 60 summers of fun at Lakeside Amusement Park, the Salem Museum, preserving 300 plus years of history, art, and sports in Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. Visit the Salem Museum, where time travel is free. Open 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday.
Salem Red Sox fans, all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invite you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelly Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own, and their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Home half of the 8th here at Salem Memorial Ballpark in Salem, Virginia. 11-5, the Lynchburg Hillcats on top of the Salem Sox, or tonight, the Oat Milkers, as you may call the Sox. Carter Hill, Giovanni Heater alongside you here on behalf of the Salem Sox. So thrilled you could join us wherever you may be tuning in on your Saturday evening. It will go 6, 7, 8 in the Sox order. Nathaniel Uten, Fremi De Leon, and Albert Feliz. The right-hander Vasquez on for his 3rd inning of work. He's been so solid so far, despite the numbers maybe being a little bit skewed. 3 hits, 4 runs, 2 were earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. So here's Uten digging in from the left side, righty on left to start the frame here in the home half of the 8th. First pitch, long looking, and he winds and fires. Swinging a ground ball right side again. Ben Hameen on a hop, and he gets by him for a base hit. So a leadoff single likely off the bat of Uten.
Oh, yeah.
And the Sox have a base runner here in the home half of the 8th.
The rally starts now, my friend.
A tough play there by Juan Benjamin, ranging to his left. Tried to put it on a hop, may have just grazed his glove, but trickles into right, and Uten has his first base hit of the contest, 7th of the game for the Salem Sox. Now here's Fremi De Leon stepping in from the left side. RBA single his last time up. First hit for him here in Salem. First pitch, rocks and fires. Breaking ball simmers inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Strikeout, a ground out, and a single for De Leon, who starts at shortstop tonight for the Oat Milkers. And with that hit, now up to 143 on the 2024 season. 1-0 the pitch. He swings and grounds it foul, first base side. It's 1-1.
That one had a chance there, right side. Instead, 1-1.
1-1 indeed. About 5 feet to the left of the first base line, and Ralphie Velasquez. 1-1 the pitch. High and away, 2-1. Went with the fastball again. Nothing there. 2 balls and a strike on De Leon. 11 hits on the day for Lynchburg, 7 for the Salem Sox. Lynchburg does have 2 errors. Not seen one yet for Salem. Still trails by 6. 2 on the pitch. He swings and pops it up foul, third base side. It evens up the count at 2-2, and the chase is on. Down the third base line. Still see a bunch of Little Leaguers here in the park. Again, a bunch of Little League teams were here in attendance this evening. Little parade down the warning track behind home plate before the ball game. Local teams in the major and minor leagues. 2-2. Swinging a tipper back to the screen on a breaking ball, and De Leon remains alive. The wind continues to whip here in Salem, too. It has been a windy one, and it has affected a couple guys on a couple plays throughout the night. 2-2. Rocks and fires. Swing and a chopper foul, and De Leon once again spoils it to stay alive. The 2 I point to, Gio. Back in the first, Andy Lugo got turned around on that double the opposite way off the bat of Jason Chirrillo. And then how about the pop-up in the infield that Rafael Ramirez Jr. saw it kind of land behind him. I was back in the third.
Yeah.
2-2, the pitch. High and tight. Whoa, look out. De Leon dances out of the way. The count runs full. Went with the fastball, and that is not something you want to get drilled by up there.
This game, I mean, Carter, it's again, Sox kind of, or even despite the one big inning, right?
3-2, runner off from first. Swing and a miss. Third on to second will be not in time. So De Leon is down on strikes, but you then swipe second, and there's one down. Time for Big Al, Albert Feliz, who digs in from the right side. So far today for Big Al, ground out, strikeout. Also the sac fly back in the 6th, where it looked like he got a good piece of it. Out to right center, was hauled in. Run scored. Trying to get things going. First pitch, Vasquez deals. Breaking ball that just misses high and away, 1-0. Big Al, you know, the average has dipped below 100, but does have the lone home run here in Salem this season for the Salem Red Sox. A homestand to go. 1-0 pitch. He swings and misses. Blew a fastball right by him. 1-1. Big Al always has the ability to knock out a fastball. Also saw him on the bump earlier this series, too. That was back on Tuesday in the loss to Lynchburg. From the belt and the pitch, the 1-1. Breaking ball that simmers inside and low. 2 balls and a strike. But Albert Feliz, somebody that you've talked about, was here last year. Always capable, just needs to get a hold of one to really get things going.
Yeah.
As he waves the bat high in the air. No batting gloves. That classic look. 2-1 pitch. He swings and chops it foul, third base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Took a big hack there and just got on top of it.
I've liked the no batting gloves look. I really have. I think it's one of those where it's, you know, you watch enough baseball. A lot of guys, of course, have gone away from that over the years. Big Al staying consistent. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball skips in the dirt outside. Count runs full.
Did you go with the gloves?
Yes, of course, yeah.
You wore the gloves.
Well, and of course when it's cold, too. Not that it's cold tonight, but you get one in on the hands when it's cold, it will wring your hands for hours, especially with no batting gloves.
Fair.
You're 10 off his second. 11-5 Sox trail home half of the 8th in Salem. 1 down here in the 8th, and Vasquez steps off. And the crowd that is still in attendance here in Salem, trying to make things happen for Big Al at the plate. Trying to get after Mr. Vasquez on the bump. 3-2. And the righty deals. He swings and misses at a breaking ball for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for the right-hander Vasquez. Number 4 on the day, and there's 2 down here in the frame.
Did you ever hit a home run?
I hit an inside the park home run. I never left the yard. Middle school hit an inside the park home run.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Here's Andy Lugo. Digs in from the right side. Breaking ball that just misses trimming the outer edge. It is 1-0. And that may have caught a little bit of the plate. Theo Arndt, our home plate umpire. And I think he's hearing some barking from the first base dugout. And Jordan Smith.
No, it's bark in the park. Those are dogs.
1-0. He swings and chops it foul off the mitt of Robert Lopez. Maybe caught his front foot as well. It's 1-1. Yeah, I in middle school, inside the park home run, but yeah, never went yard.
Did you ever get close? I mean,
yeah,
I
got close a couple
hard
times.
it is to
Got close a couple times. That's why, like, when we go play
You were
softball,
a pitcher, though.
Yeah, by the end of high school, really, it was PO time for Carter Hill. And we're gonna have time behind the plate as Robert Lopez is still shaking some things off. Yeah, no, got close a couple times, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. That's why softball. By the way, for those listening, Gio and I are in a local. Well, it's a men's league we're playing in, but it's a group of about 12 of our college buddies playing slow pitch softball, and the goal this year is to win a game. Here's the 1-1. Swings and lifts it foul down the right field line. Moves the count to 1-2.
Yeah, we went
10?
We went undefeated last year.
What's your definition of undefeated?
I mean, we had fun every time we went out
True,
there.
that's a great point. I was only there for the first 3 games.
Oh, that's true. I forgot you had to leave to go to Wilson.
You're 10 off a second. 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? Don't believe he did. No appeal. It was a breaking ball in the dirt, and the county wins up at 2-2.
No, but in all seriousness, we didn't win not once. Like, we didn't even get close.
No.
Not once.
I heard, though, there was no run rule by the final 2 games or so.
Yeah. We finally got it within 10, so we didn't get run ruled.
I think this year we're going to see some progress.
Dude, those old guys can play.
They really can. 2-2. Misses, blown away in the dirt. 3 balls, no strikes.
Because we had former baseball players on the team that were, like, actually good at playing.
Yeah.
Like, not one of us, like, didn't play sports in high school and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it
we
wasn't
still stink.
a lack of athleticism. It's just like you have a group that's been playing together for 15 years. That's tough to beat.
And they got that dad strength.
3-2, swinging a ground ball up the middle. It's through for a base hit. U10 around third. He'll come in to score, and Andy Lugo, an RBI single, makes it 11-6 here in the 8th. That is what we need in slow pitch softball right there. That's a good piece of hitting.
Well, that's what we have to do because we don't know how to hit it out of the yard. The
He plays
adults
small
do.
ball. Oh, here comes Jordan Smith, and it does look like he will take the ball from Huerquelin Vasquez. Right-hander so far, 2 2/3. 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 were earned. A walk and 4 strikeouts, and that does indeed do it for the right-hander for Lynchburg. Well, it's 11-6 here in Salem. We'll step aside, come right back, and tell you all about the new pitcher for the Hillcats when we return on MILB.com and MILB TV.
Salem Red Sox fans, all season long, Pete and Jerry's Home Run Eggs, the official egg partner of minor league baseball, invite you to show off your excellent moves in the Shelly Shake Your Tail Feather Dance-Off for your chance to win free eggs. Pete and Jerry's eggs are in a league of their own, and their hens are free to frolic under sunny skies on small family farms, laying eggs with impeccable taste and quality. Find them at your local supermarket and bring them home today.
Who let the dogs out?
What's up, Red Sox fans? Be on the lookout for Bark in the Park nights all season long at Salem Memorial Ballpark. Our first Bark in the Park nights are Saturday, April 20th, Thursday, May 2nd, Wednesday, May 22nd, and Tuesday, June 4th. Bring your canine companion out to the ball game and help the Red Sox in their campaign against the Carolina League. For tickets all season long, head to milb.com/Salem/tickets. Bark in the Park on select nights throughout the 2024 season.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Steven Perez, the new pitcher on the bump for the Lynchburg Hillcats. It is his 4th appearance of the 2024 season. He is yet to allow a run. The left-hander out of Venezuela, a former international free agent signing in 2018. Well, 2 down here in the frame. Runner off of first here is Miguel Blaze, the center fielder. Prospect number 5 in the Boston Red Sox organization. Lefty on right here with 2 gone in the frame. First pitch is a strikeout or half on a fastball above the knees. It's 0-1. We saw Perez back on Wednesday through a scoreless frame in what was a 11-4 victory for the Lynchburg Hillcats over the Salem Red Sox. 0-1, winds and fires. Just misses just a little bit low below the knees and a little bit outside, maybe 2. It's 1-1. Miguel Blaze so far today, popped up, singled, walked. Popped up again in the infield, back in the 6th. And here's the 1-1. Breaking ball that bends outside and low. Once again, 2 balls and a strike on Blaze. Backhanded try is successful by Lopez to keep Lugo down at first after the RBI single. Sox trying to cut closer. 2 on the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, left side, Ramirez. Gloves flips to second, and it's just in time for out number 3. So with that, we move to the 9th here in Salem. 11-6, the Hillcats on top of the Oat Milkers. We'll step aside and come right back. You're listening and watching Salem Red Sox baseball on MILB.com and MILB TV.
Hey Red Sox fans, be sure to follow your favorite team, the Salem Red Sox, on social media so that you don't miss any future Red Sox content. You can find us on Twitter at Salem Red Sox, Instagram at Salem Red Sox, and look for our Facebook page by searching Salem Red Sox. We're Boston's tomorrow, and it starts in Salem.
Learning at the Salem Museum is fun. Native American and African American history, local school history,
So you can visit the museum and relive some of those memories.
local sports history, and 60 summers of fun at Lakeside Amusement Park, the Salem Museum, preserving 300 plus years of history, art, and sports in Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. Visit the Salem Museum, where time travel is free. Open 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
To the 9th we go here in Salem. 11-6, the Lynchburg Hillcats on top of the Salem Red Sox, or tonight, the Oat Milkers, as they like to call them, here in Salem on this gorgeous and now a little bit chilly Saturday evening in Southwest Virginia. Alongside Giovanni Heater, I'm Carter Hill on behalf of the Salem Sox. So thrilled you could join us wherever you may be tuning in on your Saturday evening. It will go 7, 8, 9 in Hillcats order. Rafael Ramirez Jr., Robert Lopez, and Tommy Hawk. Nathaniel Cruz is back on for his 2nd inning of work. He threw exactly 1 pitch back in the 8th and induced a 4-3 putout. Well, here is Ramirez Jr. He digs in from the left side. So far today, well, he's 1 for 4. Flew out, strikeout, double, and a ground out. First pitch, swing and a pop-up. This is on the right side of the infield, high in the air. Who's got it? Alcantara is underneath, and it falls in off the backhanded try, and goodness gracious, for the 2nd time today, an infield pop-up falls, and Ramirez will reach.
Last time it helped out the Sox.
Yeah, that time it did not.
Does not. Tough play. I mean, it just gets so high up there.
Well, that
The
will be...
wind gusting that way, too.
Here's a replay on MILB TV. You can see him backtracking and just unsuccessful there. It will go down as an E4, so Ramirez reaches on the E4. Here's Robert Lopez, the catcher. Cruz's first pitch, rocks and fires. High and tight on the breaking ball, 1-0. And the wind is still gusting, in case you're wondering, here in Salem. And has probably put out a big play on that one at 2nd. 1-0 kicks and deals. Misses just outside with a fastball, right below the letters. It's 2 balls and no strikes. And we mentioned it mid-play. That was a ball that just was way up in the sky. Towering pop-up. Tough play for Alcantara. Throw back to first, not in time. Had to pick it, did Feliz on a hop. And we'll reset. But this time of night, I mean, the sun has completely subsided as we approach 9 o'clock on the East Coast. But you can lose the ball in the lights. May have happened there. 2-0. high and tight fastball, quickly 3-0.
I mean, the lights are very high here.
Yes.
So it's not like, I forgot what that effect is called, though, where sometimes you hit it above the lights.
Yeah, and your perception is a little bit off.
But here, the lights are so tall, I don't think that's an issue. That's more of a high school thing.
3-0. Breaking ball that trims inside for a strike. It's 3-1. Yeah, I was going to say that's more when the lights are a little bit lower, per se. You actually can see that in basketball arenas at times if it's not well lit. Ramirez off of first, and here's the 3-1. Curls and unfurls. Check swing, did he go? Doesn't matter, it's a strike in or half. And Lopez did not appreciate the call. It was a breaking ball that swung inside, and according to TrackMan, it did clip the outside portion of the zone, or in this case, the inside portion of the zone for Robert Lopez. 3-2, winds and fires. Swing and a tipper back to the screen, and Lopez remains alive. 3 walks today for Robert Lopez. He also singled back in the 4th and had a strikeout back in the 2nd. All the way back in the 2nd at this point.
Feels like a while ago, yeah.
Ramirez off of first. Here's the 3-2. Swings and rifles it into right center. This one will get down for a base hit. Ramirez to second. He'll pump the brakes there. And it's a single off the bat of Lopez, his 2nd of the day. 1st and 2nd. Nobody out for Tommy Hawk. Tommy Hawk now trying to increase the Hillcats' 5-run advantage. He struck out looking back in the 2nd. Flew out. Had a walk and a ground out as well back in the 7th. Righty on lefty here. Hawk in the 9-hole today for the Hillcats and tonight's designated hitter. First pitch from Cruz. Breaking ball in their first strike. 0-1. Well, just in case you're wondering, Sox and Hillcats will finish up this 6-game set tomorrow. That is a 3 o'clock first pitch at Salem Memorial Ballpark. Carilion Clinic Field. 0-1 the pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul, first base side. Reaching out on that one was Tommy Hawk. Nonetheless, he's out in front, and it's 0-2. Yeah, so Hillcats and the Sox, that is a 3 o'clock first pitch tomorrow. We'll be on the air at 2:40 pregame on MILB.com and MILB TV. 0-2. Winds and fires. Swing and a fly ball. Left center field to his right, Miguel Blaze. He calls off the left fielder, Lugo, and makes the grab head high for out number 1.
They almost ran into each other out there.
We've seen that a time or two tonight as well. Nonetheless, one down and back to the top we go for Juan Benjamin. You know, we've hit the point, Gio, of the night. So when Mike came up here talking about strikes for Tykes, he left some of these foam balls and some bracelets up here. Yeah. It's that time of night where you chuck this pearl up in the air.
Indeed.
Trying to enjoy some Saturday evening baseball in Salem. Benjamin, the third baseman. 2 strikeouts, a walk, a ground out, and a fly out. First pitch, rocks and fires. Breaking ball that's in their first strikeout or half, 0-1. And Benjamin did not appreciate the call as he turns and winces back at the first base dugout. 11-6 Sox trail. And here's the 0-1 from the belt and the pitch. He swings and misses at a breaking ball, down and away, 0-2. In fact, Juan Benjamin is the only hitter in this Hillcats order, one of 2 hitters in this Hillcats order to not record a hit today. It is him and who we just saw, Tommy Hawk, at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes, and the righty deals. Runners take off. It misses outside, and sliding in safely at third will be Ramirez. They're asking for an appeal as well. He did not go, according to field umpire Leanna Ricks. Count goes to 1-2. Yeah, so Ramirez was committing to going. Lopez bluffed it first. So runners at the corners, 1 down, and a 1-2 pitch coming to Juan Benjamin. (11-6) Hillcats on top and need to really keep this one here. 1-2. He winds and fires. Breaking ball in the dirt. It skips away, and in to score is Ramirez. On to second goes Lopez. He will stop there after taking a wide turn around second. Count goes to 2-2, and it's 12-6 Hillcats. Well, credit to Lynchburg. They made things happen on the base pass, too.
Yep, no doubt.
With Ramirez swiping third, and then scoring on the wild pitch. 12 hits on the day for Lynchburg, 8 for the Oat Milkers, 2 errors for the Hillcats, just 1 for Salem. It was in this frame, though, on Marvin Alcantara. 2-2. Breaking ball just misses outside and high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll take you around the Carolina League in just a minute, too. Again, there's quite a lot of movement going on in the standings currently throughout the league. The Carolina League South is very bunched up in the middle. And the North, you could say the same to an extent, but there's definitely somebody that is a clear-cut favorite at the top and certainly someone at the bottom as well. 3-2, the pitch. Swinging a tipper back to the screen, and Benjamin stays alive.
If you had to guess, Carter, what is the score of the Virginia Tech Duke baseball game in the ACC going on just down the road?
I saw it was 1-1 at the end of 6. Is it still 1-1?
Yeah, bottom 7.
Oh, that is a quick game in Blacksburg.
We were hoping to catch the tail end of it.
3-2, winds and fires. Swinging a lifter down the third base line. This is trouble, and it falls in for a base hit. To third goes Lopez. He stops there. And a bloop single the other way for Juan Benjamin. Once again, runners at the corners and 1 down for Lynchburg.
Now 13 hits on the day for the Hillcats. Tough to win baseball games.
Yes.
When you give up 13 hits.
Oh, we've seen a lot today on the bump for Salem. Or for the Oat Milkers, I guess, if you will. Cohen, Hernandez, Reggio, and Nathaniel Cruz. So 4 pitchers for the Sox. First pitch to Velasquez, runner off from first. It misses outside and gets to the backstop, though not far enough away for the runner to advance from third. Regardless, it's a stolen bag for Benjamin. It misses outside. It's 1-0, and now runners on second and third with 1 down here in the frame. Ralphie Velasquez, base hit here, can make this 14-6 in favor of Lynchburg. He's got 2 singles, struck out, flew out, and also was hit by a pitch back in the 8th. This is a former first-round pick digging in from the left side. 1-0 the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike, inner half. It's 1-1. Also important to know, the infield is playing about halfway in, not all the way in, but Antonio Anderson is about 2 steps behind the third base bag and about 6 steps to its left. Trying to cut down the run at home. Long look in, and here's the 1-1. Swinging a tipper back to the screen. It's 1-2. So they're trying to potentially, if the runner doesn't bluff from third, you'll take the out at first. If he does go, and it's a contact play, they probably in all likelihood will go home in this situation. Second and third, 1 down. And here's the pitch. Swings and lifts it down the left field line, and it trickles foul. And Velasquez stays alive. Robert Lopez is at third. Juan Benjamin, he's at second. Lynchburg with that 6-run advantage here in the 9th. And time is called. Flip side for the Hillcats. Yorman Gomez went 5 innings of 1-run ball. He is currently in line for the victory here in Salem. 1-2 the pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Behind home plate, will it stay in play? It will not, as it falls about 2 rows behind home plate. And once again, Velasquez just barely stays alive. It's still 1-2. As Gio alluded to, 13 hits on the day for Lynchburg. 8 for Salem. It really hasn't been the overall hits per se. It's been the timing, hitting in key situations. Of course, Lynchburg put up 6 back in the 6th. Went up 10-1 and have not looked back from there. Second and third, 1 down. The pitch. Swing and a chopper foul. Just got a piece of that one, did Velasquez, and he spoils the 3rd pitch in a row. Still 1-2 on Ralphie Velasquez. And even at 1 for 4, or should say 2 for 4 on the day. Now at 349 on the season, and
Call the pen.
How about that? Call to the pen, but here comes the trainer too. Oh, and I think Liana Ricks in the field thought they were going to make the change, but they're just going to, they still could, but they're going to check on Nathaniel Cruz and see if everything is okay.
I could have sworn Liam gave the signal, but I could be wrong.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that, because did you see what happened in the, Giants and Marlins game last week?
I did
in
not.
Miami. Well, Bob Melvin, as we still have a congregation on the bump, the Giants manager had gone out to the mound to make a change, and he was trying to go to a right-hander. Well, the problem was there was no right-hander warming up.
Right.
There was a left-hander warming up in the bullpen. The lefty comes in. I believe it was Taylor Rogers. He trots in, gets all the way to the infield, still had not officially entered the game, and that's when the umpire said, well, no, you called for a righty. Again, the problem was the righty wasn't warming up.
Right.
So the umpires, and it was looked into, this was the correct ruling. They let the pitcher, they let Taylor Rogers, who's trying to come in, go back to the bullpen, and they let the right-hander they were trying to get in the game come into the game, who also, by the way, was not warming up. So he starts frantically warming up as he's racing back to the bullpen, and Skip Schumacher, as we're going to see Cruz fire in some warm-up pitches, making sure he's okay. Skip Schumacher, the Marlins manager, is saying, well, hold up, they should start the pitch clock. The pitch clock did not start.
Okay.
They did not start the pitch clock. Schumacher is talking to the umpire saying, well, what are we doing? You know, like, we can't, this is such a loophole to just give the right-hander more time when really they were trying to go to that right-hander and the left-hander's trying to come into the game, so why should the Giants benefit from a mistake they made?
Right.
Was his point. And the Marlins should benefit by having that left-hander come into the game. Regardless, there's no pitch clock violation called. Schumacher loses it, and then he still doesn't realize they did not award the Giants a ball, and when he does, he loses it and gets tossed. Nonetheless, back to baseball. 1-2 to Velasquez. He swings and lifts it high in the air, down the right field line. A towering shot. Alcantara on the run, and Uten makes the grab for out number 2. Tagging from third now is Lopez. He will score. It's 13-6 now in favor of Lynchburg. Moving to third is Benjamin. And another RBI for Ralphie Velasquez makes it 13-6 Lynchburg here in the ninth.
That's one of the highest foul balls I think I've seen that got that far out there.
No doubt about that. Nonetheless, 2 down. Here's Jason Churrillo, the right fielder.
13-6. Hasn't been the Sox night.
No, sir, it is not. First pitch to Churrillo. Winds and fires. There's a strikeout or half on a fastball, 0-1. So far this frame, 2 runs have crossed. E4, single, fly out, single and a sacked fly. 0-1, kicks and deals. Swinging a line drive into right. This one will be caught by arranging in Nathaniel Uten for out number 3. A shoestring grab for Nathaniel Uten, and just like that, the Sox wiggle in and out of a jam. But 2 runs do cross for Lynchburg in the ninth, and we move to the home half in Salem, 13-6. The Hillcats on top. We'll step aside and come right back. You're listening and watching Salem Red Sox baseball on MILB.com and MILB TV.
Learning at the Salem Museum is fun. Native American and African American history, local school history,
So you can visit the museum and relive some of those memories.
local sports history, and 60 summers of fun at Lakeside Amusement Park, the Salem Museum, preserving 300-plus years of history, art, and sports in Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. Visit the Salem Museum, where time travel is free. Open 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday.
Do you want to rep the Red Sox all year long? Check out the team store located down the first base side of the concourse at Salem Memorial Ballpark. You can find hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and so much more. They even have Boston City Connect jerseys in stock. Check out the team store or head to MILBstore.com to secure your Salem Sox gear today.
You're listening to Salem Red Sox baseball. Let's send you back up to the booth.
Last cracks for the Salem Red Sox here in the home half of the night. 13-6 Lynchburg over the Malmo Oat Milkers. Again, here for the final time, potentially, this evening here in Salem, Virginia, as the Hillcats lead it by 7 here at Salem Memorial Ballpark. Alongside Giovanni Heater, I'm Carter Hill on behalf of the Salem Sox. And tonight, the Malmo Oat Milkers. So thrilled you could join us wherever you may be tuning in on your Saturday evening. Well, once again, the Sox trail it by 7. Final 3 cracks at it for Salem. And so let's see here. It will go 1, 2, 3 in the Sox order to lead off the frame here in the home half of the ninth. And check that, 2, 3, 4 to lead off the frame in the top half of home half of the ninth. Antonio Anderson, Johan Garcia, Marvin Alcantara, the second baseman for the Sox. And for the first time today, Anderson will turn around and bat from the right side, the switch hitter from Atlanta. First pitch from the left-hander. He winds and fires. It misses high and away on a fastball. It's 1-0. So far today for Antonio Anderson, a walk and 3 strikeouts. Was trying to build off a solid day yesterday. Here's the 1-0. It's a strikeout or half of the knees, 1-1. Still trying to get things going and base it here, can maybe take some momentum into tomorrow, which is obviously what you hope for in this situation. 1-1. High and away again on a fastball. 2 balls and a strike.
I think that's what you're trying to do if you're Anderson, is let me get something here that I can feel good about when I hit that pillow tonight and carry into tomorrow.
2-1 from Perez. There's a strikeout or half of the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anderson at third this evening. Former third-round pick in 2023. 2-2, lefty deals. Just missed inside on a fastball at the knees. It's 3-2.
Yeah, that was right there. That was right there, Carter. Good take by Anderson.
Robert Lopez ready to throw the pearl around the diamond. Nonetheless, the count runs full. 3-2. Winds and fires. And there's strike 3, outer half. He got him with the breaking ball, and there's 1 down. So 4 strikeouts today for Antonio Anderson. And here is Johan Garcia, now the catcher. Or check that, Diego Valoria, who came in for Johan Garcia, who left the game with an injury back in the 6th.
Yeah, and 1 at-bat.
Yeah, the 1 at-bat was a controversial one
the catcher's interference.
High and away it goes on the first pitch. Sales back to the backstop. It's 1-0. Yeah, it was initially a 4-3 putout. Nonetheless, they rule a catcher's interference on Robert Lopez, so it's scored as an E2. Second to be of the day for Valoria. 1-0, kicks and deals. In the dirt it goes. 2 balls and no strikes. And hopefully, for everybody's sake, the Garcia brothers are both okay, and we'll see at least one, maybe both tomorrow. Obviously, Justinson was forced to leave the game yesterday in the 6th inning.
Those are your 2 best bats. Top batting averages on the team right there in those 2.
2-0. Lefty deals. Swing and a chopper foul, third base side. Moves the count to 2-1. Yeah, Justinson had to leave the game yesterday in favor of Miguel Blaze. And then today, Johan Fran, he left the game in the 6th after sliding into second base a little awkwardly. Sox down to their final 2 outs. And here's the 2-1. Check swing. Did he go? As a breaking ball in the dirt, and he did, according to Liana Ricks in the field. So the count is 2-2. Marvin Alcantara, second baseman's on deck. Victory for Lynchburg would secure the weekend, or the week series, the 6-game series between the Lynchburg Hillcats and the Salem Sox. 2-2. High and away it goes. Count runs full. Sox needed this one to at least have a shot to split the series tomorrow. It does look like this will go the way of the Hillcats. Here's the 3-2. Lefty deals. Swing and a pop-up. In the infield, shading to his left in foul ground is Velasquez, and he'll make the grab head high for out number 2. So the Oat Milkers down to their final out, and here's Alcantara, the second baseman. Marvin Alcantara, so far today, a single in the first. He grounded out in the 3rd. Fielder's choice, backwards K. I was in the 7th, and just in case your mental math is as poor as mine, that computes to a 1-4 day for Marvin. First pitch, breaking ball, high and away, 1-0. By the way, that was an RBI single back in the first for Alcantara. Made this a 2-1 game. And at that point, you're thinking, okay, feeling okay about things. 1-0. Swinging a line drive right side. It's down for a base hit. Marvin Alcantara, his second hit of the day, and the Sox remain alive here in the ninth.
Marvelous for Marv. One
Like
could
that
say.
one. Gives Nelly Taylor Jr. a turn, who digs in from the left side.
So did they rule that 1 in the 6th an error? Because I got 2 knocks for Marv. But the score bug said, or the live stats also agrees with you.
First pitch, high and inside it goes. 1-0. Well, that was the one that Johanfran got banged up on, correct? And I think it was the throw to second, and so they ruled it an E6 and a fielder's choice.
Okay. That would add up, yeah.
1-0 to Taylor. High and tight fastball. It's 2-0. Nelly Taylor Jr. was robbed SportsCenter-esque in the first inning. Esteban Gonzalez ranging out, making the play. Full Superman dive. Saved a run for the Lynchburg Hillcats. 2-0. There's a strike in her half on a fastball at the knees. 2-1. Kind of changed this game, too, because you're thinking, okay, you're thinking it's 13-6, 2-1. High and away it goes. 3 balls and a strike.
What are you thinking?
You're thinking the ball's caught. If you're Salem, you feel good about things because, okay, you piece together some nice at-bats. You hit the ball hard. Nonetheless, 3-1. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, and it's a 5-pitch walk. So a strikeout, a fly out and foul ground, a single, and a walk, and here is Nathaniel Uten, the right fielder, as the Sox keep the ball game alive. First and second, 2 down.
You know, a homer brings us within 4.
That's true. Keeps the game alive. Uten, the starting right fielder for Salem. Lefty on left, first pitch. High and away it goes, 1-0. Today for Nathaniel Uten, he's 1 for 3. Fly out, pop up in the infield, and a single. Also a walk in there too. 1-0. He winds and fires. There's a strikeout or half on a fastball at the knees. It's 1-1. First and second, 2 down. Sox down to their final out. Off of second is Alcantara. Off of first is Nelly Taylor. 1-1 the pitch. There's a strike in her half. Fastball at the knees. And just like that, the Sox down to their final strike. So 1-2 on Nathaniel Uten, just in case Fremy De Leon is on deck.
Crowd staying into it.
Yes, sir. Yes, they are. Scattered throughout the ballpark. 1-2, pitch. Swinging a line drive down the left field line. That gets down for a base hit. Around third is Alcantara. He'll come in to score. Throw to third. And it's not in time. RBI single the other way for Nathaniel Uten. And it's 13-7 here in Salem. That was close.
I thought he was out, to be honest with you.
As Taylor slides in safely. That is, we're going to see a replay here on MILB TV. Let's see. What's the verdict? Throw beat him. Tried the swim move. He may be safe.
Yeah. I didn't realize quite how far away that he had to kind of extend to get the tag.
Here's Fremy De Leon. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball right by him. 0-1.
He wanted to hit the pitch clock with that one.
Yes, he did. Seen that once today.
We have.
13-7, Hillcats on top of the Red Sox. Home half of the ninth in Salem. Sox down to their final out. 0-1 the pitch. High and away on the breaking ball. It's 1-1. 13 hits on the day for Lynchburg. 10 for the Oat Milkers. And Salem trying to extend this ball game. 1-1 to De Leon. Rocks and fires. Swinging at Zipper, right side. It's 1-2. And for the second time today, Sox down to their final strike. Lynchburg 13, Salem 7. Taylor off of third, Uten off of first. De Leon a single today. And the lefty deals. Swinging a ground ball over to short. Ramirez bobbles, boots, and everybody's going to be safe as the run crosses.
He heard footsteps, Carter. Felt the pressure of the moment.
Oh, that'll go down as an E6, and it's 13-8 here in Salem. Brings up Albert Felice now as the game remains alive.
Give us a homer, Big Al. Give us a homer.
That is also, by the way, the third error of the day for Lynchburg. First and second, 2 down. Here's Big Al. 2 strikeouts, a ground out, and a sac fly. First pitch, breaking ball high and inside. It's 1-0. Again, homer here. Hypothetically, again, it would make it a 2-run game. But momentum, again, and that's big for tomorrow as well. 1-0. He winds and fires. Swing and a fly ball. Shallow center, drifting in Gonzalez. He's got room and will make the grab head high to end the ball game for out number 3. Well, your final score from Salem, Lynchburg 13 and the Oat Milkers 8 as the Hillcats win the series. And the Sox will try and at least salvage it to win 2 of the 6 contests tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We're in the air at 2:40. And again, the Hillcats are victors in the series. Giovanni Heater, your final thoughts on this one?
You know, just one of those, Carter, where the big inning kind of bites them, right? That's what happened. And, hey, do you see your name up there at all? That's the winners, by the way, of the jerseys up on the video.
Where am I at?
I don't think you're up there.
Oh, jeez. Oh, there I am.
Are
Kyle
you
Schmidt.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Carter. Carter won a jersey. Yeah. I feel like by default you're supposed to not because you work here. That's hilarious. That's amazing. The last one at the bottom of the list.
That's karma. You were making fun of me. You were saying you didn't win.
That's so funny.
Well,
that's so funny. Anyway, final thoughts. The big inning. Red Sox got to try and limit that. Back at it tomorrow. Carter, I know you're going to keep the fort ready to roll, and I'll see you again next week, my friend.
Yep, I will be alone tomorrow. Mr. Heater here has Virginia Tech baseball on the ACC Network Extra. Again, we go on the air at 2:40. First pitch is at 3 o'clock. Once again, your final score, Lynchburg 13 and the Malmo Oat Milkers 8 on this Saturday evening for baseball in Salem, Virginia. For everyone in the room to my right, including our audio and video manager, Stephen Langdon, for my broadcast partner, Giovanni Heater, I'm Carter Hill saying so long from Salem, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Today's broadcast has been a presentation of the MILB, Diamond Baseball Holdings, and the Salem Red Sox. Be sure to keep up with the Red Sox at MILB.com/Salem, and we'll see you next time.